Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back after a 2-week break, a Mother's Day break. Welcome back to Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. I am Owen Money. My buddy across from me is Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for joining me again, man. You've done a great job. The studio is beautiful. Our new streaming on the YouTube is fucking awesome. I'm looking at the pictures now. It's fucking great. So I appreciate all the hard work you've been doing. You're moving around over there like you get used to the new setup.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like my reach and like where everything's at.
Yeah. Hey, I love watching you work over there because it used to be me setting up all this shit all the time by myself.
And I had to find where my drink's at, so I can.
I know that's the worst thing about not
can't
having
do this
a table.
without getting hammered.
I know that helps. Speaking of getting hammered, it works for both of them. We got the pregnant Boston. She got hammered, and that's why she's like that.
I was going to say I'm not drinking hammered.
And then somebody who's getting hammered right now.
You brought the Grey Goose. So
I did bring the Grey Goose. Is our good buddy Bushy. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Everybody have a good Mother's Day?
Yeah.
I don't know why this one is laughing like
Hold on. All right, so let me start off.
Let's just jump into it. Sure, I won't set up the show.
So
And they're off.
my Mother's Day began really early in the morning with beautiful gifts.
Wait. Have you been waiting to tell us this? It seems like you're.
Oh yeah, I'm very eager.
I don't know where the funny thing about the show is when we talk, negative stuff, but I don't know what negative she could possibly.
Just you wait.
Oh, she'll
Just you
find
wait.
some.
Oh, Jesus
So,
Christ! Is this
Started
what I'm
early in the morning, like 6:00 in the morning, and I got 3 cards altogether. 2 of them from
Only 3.
Owen. Well,
Do
my
they
mother.
even
my mother
love
did.
you?
I know, right?
How many kids do you actually have right now?
1.
Okay, how many cards did you get?
3.
You're welcome. What are we complaining about?
That's actually triple the cards.
So then, after I opened the first 2 cards, right? He says, "There's a lizard outside that wants to come in and see you," and I'm like, "I don't fucking like lizards. What the hell is
bit
going
ominous.
on?"
What's
No.
his name?
My son
Not
got
my
a
penis.
dragon costume
Oh
for
man.
his birthday, and he loves wearing it. Like he'll
calling
wear
it a
it for
lizard
almost
costume's kind of
3
insulting.
days straight. Obviously we take him out to bathe him and everything, but he'll still go back in it.
She wouldn't believe me if I said there's a dinosaur out here, so I had to say there's a little lizard out here.
Oh, okay.
But
I gotcha.
so he comes in with the box and a card, and he literally thought the box had a ring in it, so he's trying to shove it on my finger, but it was a necklace. And I was like, "You're so cute."
It was from the baby. It was cute. Yes.
It was very cute, and the way he reacted, like that, it wasn't a present for him. He was like, "Oh my god, hurry up and open."
So far, what I'm hearing is
So far, it was
terrible.
really
You got
good.
3 cards. You got to deal with your son dressed up. You're thinking you're getting married. Now you're not. You're living a nightmare.
All right, so we also had his grandmother over. with
Okay,
us.
this is where it turns. Okay.
No. I didn't get to see her card, so I don't even know what her card looked like.
It said, "Hey, Grandma, you're nice. We like you as part of the family. Bye." Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it said.
But so,
Straight
anyways, we then end up going to look at antique shops and going up to eat.
Horrible day.
I
I'm a
know.
dick.
I mean, I'm gonna cry.
Well, when we go out to eat,
Oh, I remember now. Okay.
we went to a Sonny's barbecue. Not my Sonny's barbecue that I work at, but a different one. And
Just throwing it
I
out there
was
for all you stalkers.
taking her to the place where she works to eat.
well, no, I
That's
haven't
pretty
really been
fucked up.
there to work, so I haven't had their food in a while. So
I'm just saying you're tired of the smell.
no,
Okay.
I love the smell of meat,
Dude. I love the
Me
smell.
especially
too.
his. Anyways, moving
I love
on.
the smell of her when she gets home from working, man.
Yeah.
I love
Oh, and you're like fucking pork. You munch some ribs.
I take her clothes off and then start squeezing it and get all the juices out of it. Drink that shit like a shot.
Well, so as we're sitting there in the restaurant, I sat on the side to take care of Jackson because I figure, he wants to sit next to
it
his
is
grandmother.
Mother's Day. Maybe you should care for your child.
Exactly. He sits on the other side across from me. And because of his cataract, it's his blind side.
Okay.
So that's where the caddy is with the sauces and the salt and pepper and ketchup.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have to make myself sound old in this episode.
I'm still waiting for the tragedy.
It's coming. So
wasn't that bad.
he's wondering why this crap is here. And all of a sudden...
Look, there's
Wait,
four
wait,
of us. They sit us at a four table, which is fine, except, the caddy is literally as big
It
as my
takes up
computer.
like a third of the table. It takes up a good chunk.
And I sit right by it, and it happens to be on my blind side, and that's
With
where
his drink and my drink that are in front of it. What do you think happened?
Oh, I don't know.
I wore my soda and his water that day.
Okay, so the kid did something, and I reached.
So in conclusion, you got cards, you got gifts. Did you pay? Did you pay for the lunch?
Didn't pay for the lunch.
No,
She went
didn't pay for the
antiquing.
lunch.
And
I was
Antiquing.
You went
sticking.
antiquing too?
Yeah.
I mean, I would kill myself.
No, I spilled the drink on her, and I felt
No,
really bad.
He spilled. I was wearing jeans. I wasn't even wearing something that could have dried quickly.
Well, let's be honest. They were jorts.
They were called capris.
Okay, but there's
Capris.
They were made of jeans.
Capri jorts.
Anyways,
good jorts.
they were soaked. I had soda all over my
Probably look
legs.
Canadian as fuck.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
So you basically had Christmas on a day that wasn't Christmas, and you had to wash your leg. Poor you.
She also
We
got
didn't
new
even-
underwear
I got
and a new pair of
underwear
pants.
and a nude pair of pants because we weren't even
A
going
nude
home.
pair of pants.
No, a new pair of pants.
Oh.
Because we weren't going home after this. We were still going antiquing some more.
I'm a dick because of my disability, is basically what she's saying.
Right. It wasn't even like you did anything on purpose. You have a disability that caused you to have an accident.
Cancer survivor. I spilled a drink on you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't know if I can be on a show with you anymore. This is horrible.
And then I bought you a new outfit and antiquing with you. And
do you
know,
kill puppies in your spare time?
I just kick them.
Oh my lord,
If you kill them, you can't see the pain and anguish on their face after.
Britt,
Oh, so-
there's lines for abuse that you can, hotlines you can
Did
call.
he tell you what happened to the weekend before to me?
Oh.
To you.
Yeah.
No, when you're not on the show, we don't talk about you.
Are you talking about the dog thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't happen to you. I mean, come on now. I'm kidding. I'm
Wow. Okay, so we were going to Disney the weekend before.
Wow.
And
Again,
Tucker
you're not helping your case, honey.
Tucker is the type of dog that needs to go in the car all the time. He is very hyperactive. So I was like, all right, we got to take him for a walk. I'm going to take him for a walk.
Well, he has separation anxiety, and when I leave, he gets a
Oh
little
yeah,
crazy.
no, of course I knew about this.
Yeah.
So-
we don't. I mean, we could talk. I mean, I don't want people to think.
well, I kind of saved the day, and then he saved the day, and so did Tucker.
Okay, well now you got to tell it. You were walking your dog,
Yes, I was
and
walking
a
the
dog
dog.
came out to attack you,
Exactly.
and your
How-
dog kind
how'd
of
you
came
save
in
the day?
between.
I'm kidding.
Because I saved
She
Tucker.
didn't die. She protected your child.
You're right.
From a vicious animal.
And the dog saved me and the
See,
child,
all right.
and I saved Tucker by getting you.
I don't want people to think all like pit bulls are like horrible.
No.
dogs.
No.
Well, that's
I
why you
think-
said a vicious animal. I
In
didn't
reality,
use that word.
this
Well,
dog looked like he wanted to come up and be friendly towards us, but
At first.
I'm pregnant.
And we should tell everybody there was a loose dog, a pit bull in
Loose
the
dog.
neighborhood, and my pregnant girlfriend here, she was walking Tucker because we wanted to go to Disney.
I tried to make sure Tucker didn't see him.
We wanted to get the
But he
energy
did.
out of Tucker, so she took him for a walk. And there you go, babe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to set this up right. You just jump in the middle of it. But anyway, yeah, this dog seemed like it was curious about them from what you're telling me. And
Yeah.
Tucker saw this dog and started to bow up, said, hey, back off. And then
And the dog did not stop walking
That's-
towards us and was like,
I mean,
right
I'm like the pit bull. If I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" and someone's like, "Fuck you," I'm ready. It's like it's go time.
the dogs are dogs, and I can't blame the dogs for being dogs. And
Right.
before she knew it, they were at
You
each
just gotta
other's
get a better
faces.
dog if yours lost.
Well, yeah. Dude, he's like 30 pounds lighter than this other dog, man.
He was a lot lighter. Like this dog was definitely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to get yourself like
100-pound dog.
No, my big one that died at the beginning of the year. I mean, he was the biggest pussy. He was over 100 pounds, and
Yeah, he had the loudest bark, but let me tell you, he'd run away from everything, even
Yeah.
his own shadow.
yeah. But anyway, so I mean,
Smart man.
yeah.
Soon as shit gets crazy, I'm the fuck out of there.
Bye.
I wish I could be like that, but like as soon
Unless
as,
my co-host is the one starting the shit, and then I have to fucking stick around.
Oh
and go,
God!
hold on, let me try to fucking fix this shit.
hey, like this is why we don't go to the live remotes at all.
This is why we haven't been back to Kissimmee.
No. I haven't been back to Kissimmee because it's Kissimmee.
Right? Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
literally no reason to go.
but anyway, yeah. So the two dogs fighting. I got roughed
Yeah.
up a little bit. No big deal. And I didn't.
Hold up, you're framing this wrong. You went out there.
Yeah, you
and
literally ripped them apart and
You
laid on
physically,
Tucker
like the Hulk.
to like kick
ripped
the other dog
apart
away.
two dogs holding one in each hand.
It's more like the bulk.
Did you separate two fighting dogs?
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
That's
It's a little
manly.
bit of
He
a
did.
That's
blur.
manly.
he even actually like
You hear that, honey? I am a man.
you are a man.
Well, I didn't say that. I said that act was manly.
Oh, if we're complaining,
Oh my God! No! He took what I said out of context for this next thing that he's gonna tell you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go.
all right. So
I don't want any context.
The way that he said something, I took it and I was like, you know what that sounds like, right? And he took what I said out of context
I hope
and
so.
started a whole fight for the rest
Give
of the
it
day.
to me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hit me with your best shot.
look, you guys know what kind of guy I am at this point. You know, like
Yeah, a little weird, but
we were driving and I pointed out some place where I work sometimes, and it was behind a wing house. And she goes, "So do you stop?"
No. Hold on. Wait a second. We passed a gentleman's club and I was like, oh, you're
Okay,
from this area.
There's no
Have you ever
gentleman in
been
there.
to that club? And he was like, no. And I was like, I mean, I don't mean just before me. I mean like ever in your lifetime that you have been here. He's like, I've been married for 20 years. No. And I was like, okay, that makes
I
sense.
don't really go to
get
strip
that.
clubs. Yeah. And I don't like wasting
Wait,
my
so
money.
where is this a bad thing?
Hold on. Exactly. Thank you.
I can hands up. I can confirm that
Crazy horse.
I have had some really fucking weird ass times with Owen over the last 25 fucking years, and not one time has a strip club ever even been an option. Like,
Usually
that's
it's a
never even
graveyard.
come up.
So
Well,
all
I
right.
know what go-to show we're doing next.
Well, so then we passed a wing house.
Yeah, and I point where I work. She goes, "Oh, there's a wing house. You ever stop in there for lunch?" I'm like, "Nah, not really." It's like I don't want to be one. And I told her, I'm like, when I used to hang out with guys and we go there and let's go drink at a wing house. Yeah, that's great. I don't want to be one of those sad guys that goes to wing house every day for lunch and the girls know him by name and they don't want to have anything to do with him other than his tip.
Right.
I'm just not that guy. I'd rather. And
Tip of his what?
I told her, I would rather have the money that I'm tipping some girl trying to get attention from her when I have you.
No. That is not how he phrased it. He said, I'd rather stare at comic books
No.
than look at a pussy.
That's not at all how I say. I don't talk like that.
I still am
Or
trying
a
to figure out.
vagina. I'm sorry. I rather.
I said I would rather-
to
From
him,
the start of the Mother's Day story, I'm still trying to figure out how you're losing here.
but the way that he said it.
I think the comment was
You're
I would,
mad because he
No, I'm
doesn't
not.
go
No,
to
I
the wing
wasn't.
house
No.
and doesn't go to
I
strip
wasn't
clubs.
mad. He was mad at me because I said to him, "Do you know what that sounds like?"
Okay, I said.
But he doesn't go.
No,
so time
not
out.
that.
The exact word I think I said is, "Look, I'd rather spend my money on comic books than on these girls."
No, you said
How
vagina or
dare
Those-
you?
Maybe I
that
said
was
that.
one of
yes.
the words you used.
Exactly.
And
I would rather spend my money on comic books than
you
pussy.
said I
Okay,
would rather
okay.
look at a comic book than look at.
I don't think I
vagina
said
or
look
pussy.
at. I don't
You
think I
did.
said it.
You did. You did.
Okay, well that's.
But
maybe
anyways,
I said other than look
how-
at pussy that I'm not going to get. Like, exactly.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Bushy.
Moving on.
Thank you,
from,
Bushy.
you keep adding more words to the whole thing. Like it didn't happen that way.
the
The
point
point is that I said, "Do you know what that sounds like?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "It sounds like you're gay." And he took that as me calling him gay and not manly. So
kinda
it started a late the whole entire day, and we were going to see the doctor. And I'm like, that's not what I was trying to do. I was just saying what it sounded like. I'm pregnant. I'm raunchy.
sorry.
And I'm rude.
I'm
like,
so-
what the fuck you want from me?
I said
love
I would
the
rather
fact-
look at comic books, not dicks.
Vagina. Vagina was the word.
I
you
would
used.
rather look
Or
at comic
pussy.
books than pussy. Okay, I'd rather spend my money on comic books like this one I have right here, which we'll talk about in a minute, than pussy. All right, I mean,
Okay, so listen, everything you just said right there,
Yes.
it lays into my philosophy on life, and here's what that is. And
don't knock up a chick.
No. And this goes for almost so many things in my life. Okay, so I would rather eat bologna than a filet mignon because the bologna is cheaper, and all I'm going to do is
You're gonna
eat
have a lot
it
more of it.
and turn it into a turd. If I buy a $30 filet mignon, I'm going to eat it,
Preach
turn
it.
it into a turd.
Preach it.
I don't like buying things that are temporary.
Well, then I'm
I don't
glad
like paying for things that are only around for a short period of time. But here's the thing, like, so when it's like I have friends around and we have a party or something like that, then it was like, yeah, let's have these things, let's enjoy these things. But like, that's not a regular thing for me. Like, I would much rather drink the cheapest beer with the best friends and
Oh,
have a good time.
You're less than a man then.
No.
Where does that come out?
But here's the thing. Here's my philosophy on strip clubs, right?
Yes.
You ever been to, obviously, I don't have to ask, I'm looking at you. You've been to McDonald's before, right? And so it's very strategic the way they have the drive-through lined up, right? You pull up to the box, you make your order. The first window, you give your money. The second window, they give you the food, right? If they reverse the order of those windows, I would never make it to the second one. If there's a pull-up order, money, or a pull-up order, food, then the last window you pay your money, I'm not going to that window. When I go to a strip club and they go $5 cover, 2-drink minimum, I'm like, great. And then the strippers are like, hey, tip me. And I'm like, I paid $5 to get in here. There's your titties. What more do you want from me? What more am I expected to do? And sign said live nudes, $5 to get in. I paid the $5. There's the nudes. There's your tits. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why? Why's there more?
I wonder who it was not tipping. They told me about this guy. Like, he never.
It's like you can't touch them. Like, it's like,
no, well, you say
it's
if you tip, that changes.
No, see,
But
No,
it's like
it
you-
depends on the strip club and the license.
it's like
It all depends on the tip.
It's like the guy that in the neighborhood where I grew up, where it's like he's got this like super fucking expensive ass rare Corvette that sits in his garage. I'm like, when do you drive it? No, you don't drive a car like this. No,
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
you
it's
you
a car
take it
you
out
don't
on
drive.
Sundays.
It's titties I can't suck on. Like I'm not spending money on this shit. That's ridiculous.
I just like the idea that you guys had a fight about him being gay when you're pregnant with his child.
I didn't call him gay. I said it sounded like you.
That's a big difference.
I know that he's not gay.
I just want you to look at him in that argument and scream, "I want proof!" Oh, wait a minute.
Trust me, I know he's not gay. His fingers are magic.
No, you gotta
We don't go. We don't.
honey.
We're on the YouTubes now. You got to be somewhat.
I'm not saying you're bitchy. I'm just saying you sound bitchy. Okay?
I know that I sound bitchy.
Okay, never mind. All right, so
Hey, we got to get a first segment somehow.
well, there you go. That's my life for the past 2 weeks. You know, I do the sweetest thing. Yeah. Did you tell them who the cards were from? I wasn't listening there for a second. You got 3 cards. Who were they from?
You. And then the boy.
And?
You, the baby, and the boy.
That's right. That's the unborn baby got her a card. It was
that's
sweet.
stupid.
And I got Disney gift cards.
Oh boy.
And so I had him buy me a ring that says I love OMS.
And by that, she took the gift card I got her and bought a ring. I didn't have to physically do it, which is
Exactly.
the best part. But anyway,
You've
yeah.
got more gifts
know,
in this
he-
story than I have in the last 10 years.
And again, I'm a dick.
Yeah. A gay dick.
Oh, goodness gracious. I did not say that. I just.
I smell pretty shitty. Is all I
Oh,
gotta
my
say.
God. Stop.
All right. Well, anything else going on with your 2 lives, Dirt and Bush?
Just
man?
more plumbing.
That's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
That's a
Well, actually, luckily this time it's
and-
not the shitty pipes.
the theme stays the same.
Yeah, yeah. You guys argue. Owen's gay. I'm plumbing.
Dirt? What's going on with you?
Dirt's drinking and not tipping at strip clubs.
How did your? I've been thinking about your mom a lot. How was
Yeah.
your mom?
I didn't make it over there yet.
Too busy at the strip
Thanks for
club.
bringing it up.
Wow, he's stealing your lines now.
That's all right.
How many cards did she
No,
get?
no, no, no.
Did you even get her a card?
No, I never made it over there.
There's this thing called the mail.
And there's a female.
Owen wouldn't know.
I'd rather read comics.
So let me explain to you what happened. So we had a visitor here at the house. My brother-in-law came to the house
Okay,
with his
all right.
roommate, right?
All right.
And so it was my brother-in-law's birthday, and so he spent his 30th birthday at this house. Like we had just moved in here, he had this huge party for his 30th birthday, and so his birthday's coming up again. And him and his roommate were like, "We're gonna go to Orlando. We're gonna crash with my sister and her husband, and we're gonna go to Universal Studios, and we're gonna have a blast." That happened.
That sounds great.
Except for at some point during the blast, his roommate broke his kneecap.
What the fuck? How? Here? At the house?
No, not at the house.
At Universal.
Not gonna say much more about that, but
Oh, lawsuit.
so yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. But so their trip turned into like, oh, we're gonna party, we're gonna have a blast to doctor's visits, emergency rooms, all of that shit.
I felt bad. You could see he was hurting pretty bad.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Like
He had the whole
that's what
he
my
had the
lesson.
whole leg wrap going on.
The whole
like
thing,
the ankle to the thigh.
ankle to thigh,
Yeah.
straight out, yeah.
Crutches.
Well, that sucks, but why couldn't you go over and see your mom?
Don't you know he had to baby the guy?
Did you not hear there was an injured person he was taking care of?
He had to make sure that he could eat.
Well, also, if I can also say,
Yes.
Saturday night, Mother's Day was Sunday, right? Saturday night. So I work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 12 hours a day. Sunday was my only day off. I get home Sunday, and I'm just like, you know what? Life sucks. Fuck it. I'm clanging. And then Sunday, I'm like, Ma, this is what's going on. And then she's upset. She's concerned. She knows them
But what happened?
about what happened. I'm like, look, I'll make it over when I got a day off. And so that's where we're at right now. When I get a day off, I'm
I'm
going to
just
go over
pushing your
there.
balls. You didn't have
Yeah.
to explain all that.
I
But
know.
that was nice. But that was
yeah,
for your
it's-
mom.
It was a crazy fucking weekend, man. I'm like, I mean, just think about that. You go on a
Yeah.
fucking trip. It's your first time. You're like, hey, I'm a giant Harry Potter fan. I'm going to finally see Diagon Alley. And then you end up fucking in the medical facility there, and you literally kneecap straight in half. Bam.
It's got to be a good medical facility they got there. I'm sure the.
Oh yeah, they got a Wizarding World of
I was going to say
Wizarding World of put your kneecap back together.
They
shot it with a wand.
disappear bones and then
Zippity
regrow them.
dippity, put your kneecap back together.
Actually, we weren't able to see my mother this past Mother's Day.
What is she,
either.
John Cena?
No. No.
I didn't know. You can't see me.
She came back from her cruise with walking pneumonia and COVID.
Oh,
I don't know
no
why
shit.
they call it walking pneumonia. She didn't walk anywhere.
I know she didn't, not
Holy
whatsoever. But yeah, so she came back very sick. She's finally negative on COVID, still got a little bit of pneumonia, but not contagious anymore. So today was her first day like out of the house, and I went to go clean up the house a little bit for her.
Aw.
But for the first week, she sounded like hoarse. You could barely get her to talk for 5 minutes or more. But
Lucky
she's doing
you.
I know, right? But no, she's doing so much better now, so I'm gonna have to take her out soon.
Wait, take her out. What do you mean, like euthanasia?
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just sick. You
Exactly.
gotta finish it.
Not a
No,
horse.
Well, no, the funny thing was is I was terrified that she was going to, like, pass away from being sick that much.
Hope you enjoyed your last cruise, Mom.
Oh, no, I yelled at her when she got back. I was like, there's no more cruises for you. I mean, I understand that I'm very hormonal, so the anxiety level's, like, up here instead of, like, here. So I said to her, I was like, I cannot not be able to get a hold of you for that many days again. I left her a voicemail when I went for a walk one day, crying about, like, well, this happened and that happened, and I wasn't able to talk to you.
About
And you're
Owen
my
being
best
gay.
I think the guy that knocked me up doesn't like women.
No.
Said he'd rather read comics than
My
eat
baby
pussy.
daddy's gay.
I told her that if she wants to go on a vacation, then she needs to, like, go plan a trip, you know, in the States somewhere or at a beach, and she was not having that. So she said she liked Vegas and she wants to just plan trips.
Well, there's
to
way
Vegas.
less
I
people
said,
in
okay.
Vegas than on a
Go
cruise
ahead.
ship.
Yeah, exactly. I would just like to say, if I wasn't in a committed, beautiful relationship, I would be all about Strange Poon and looking at it and playing with it. But I'm in a nice, loving relationship, and I don't want to waste money on hoo-ha that I don't.
I wasn't.
I love the fact you
Oh
thought
my
that, that statement was going to make things better.
Did it.
And on top of
I
that, use the word hoo-ha. All of a sudden,
Hoo-ha,
No.
single
Or
dude.
Poon.
I understand you don't like comic books. You just called a vagina hoo-ha.
If I was out slaying the hoo-has as a single fella,
Oh, Jesus. Hey,
What are you gonna call it? A flower next?
look at those girls in their daisies.
I want to pollinate that flower, yeah. Let me put my pistol in that semen. Wait.
I want
buzz,
to stuff you like
buzz.
a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, jeez.
I have a bunch of notes here, like of stuff that I wrote down
Go
that
ahead.
that happened. We'll get to some of it. I know we probably won't look at all that crap.
Hey, there's two
What
shows
did you
there.
write with?
His hand,
The only
probably.
thing I could find was a marker. I had to use a marker. For those, hey, thank you everybody for listening. I know we just started the show like 30 minutes ago, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going pretty
like it's
close to
hours.
30 right now.
I'm sorry. I haven't been here for like 3 weeks.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta talk all that shit about the comic books in the dick.
Well, speaking of comic books, look, let
Can we
me.
have one more loose reference to intercourse?
Wait, loose reference to intercourse or reference to loose intercourse?
Right now, we're going to get a little dorky here. Dorkier than we
Just
just
a
were.
little.
Speaking of comic books, and like I'd rather do.
This is the one that you bought instead of the.
Seriously, if somebody said, "Hey, would you rather have the latest issue of Batman, which I have in my hand?"
Don't take it out. Don't take it
man.
out.
That's all right. That's
oh,
all right.
you touched it.
What? No, sorry. I'm going to read it. This was in the toilet earlier. Not in the toilet, but I was sitting on the toilet reading it.
Yeah.
I bought this last week. This came out just last week. I think it's going to be a hot one. This is the latest issue of Batman in the regular line. It's number 135. Legacy number 900. So that's kind of a big deal. That means, Batman has had a couple different volumes. It's reset. But from the very beginning, this is the 900th issue in the Batman line. of
Oh,
comic books.
900 issues.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's awesome.
Now, what it makes this, I've been kind of following the storyline here, and they've kind of glommed onto the multiverse kind of thing, which Spider-Man has done.
Yeah.
Which that new Spider-Man movie coming out this year, this summer actually, in July, I think it is.
I think so.
The new Spider-Verse movie, which is going to be incredible. It's going to be awesome.
Well, the Flash is the multiverse for Batman is coming out before that, I believe.
Exactly. Okay. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Yes, the new Flash movie deals with the multiverse, which is ripping off, Marvel, which is
And
cool.
it brings one of the best Batmans ever.
Back
Right.
to the big screen. Yes, Michael Keaton.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Really?
But what is
And Ben Affleck is also in it.
what is spectacular about this is I hold in this on my hand right here, Batman number 900. I'm going to show it to the camera right now because I'm that dorky. Here, everybody, look. But look, he's traveling through the multiverse here in the comic books as well.
Yeah.
So some things might be lining up with the movie because in the comic book, there's Michael Keaton's Batman.
Oh, wow.
There's also the Joker from that movie who's in here.
Oh, Jack Nicholson?
Jack
Yep.
Nicholson's Joker's in here, and he's going through the multiverse. And not only does he see like the original Joker from the comic books,
Oh,
who's in
wow.
here. Let me flip through here. Look, there's the original Batman from the comic books. But wait. You think about all the Batmans you know in your head. There's
Adam West.
hold on. There's the comic book from Beyond the cartoon.
Okay.
Batman Beyond. He's in this now.
Okay.
What's this is in the actual Batman line, the main storyline, which makes it so cool. And I'm flipping. Who'd you just say? Batman, Adam West.
Adam
Yeah.
West.
Boom! Adam West is Batman in the comic books now too.
Man.
So,
So there's a lot going on in that one comic. If
Exactly.
there's pictures of all of them. Jeez.
I'm telling you, this is rewriting Batman history a little bit. And if they do what they did with the Spider-Man, because DC they rip off Marvel, these characters are probably going to show up in the comic books more often and stuff. So, my tip to all you dorks out there who are listening, who'd rather read a comic book than waste their money at fucking a strip club, it's the Dawn of DC Batman number 135 Legacy 900. Get it right now. It's only what, like $5 to buy it. Okay, $7. But it's a big good read, and I think it'll probably be worth something to you in a few.
That's fucking
years.
awesome.
So, but yeah, so
I'm looking forward to that movie.
That
I
is
really
so
am.
neat.
Oh, and also there's another a big Michael Keaton story out this week.
what's that?
Beetlejuice 2.
Yes. And
Jenna,
Jenna
Ortega.
Ortega is playing the daughter
Wednesday.
of Lydia Dietz, which is being played by Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And also, did you see who else is in it?
Michael Keaton.
No, there's a fourth and big name.
I hope it was
Who?
Christopher Lloyd. Just
Willem Dafoe.
I did not see that.
What's he doing in that movie?
No idea.
Is
Like
Otho
a-
back?
know?
Is Otho back?
Oh man, that would be great. Is he, I think he died, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And God damn it, I can't believe and when I was a freshman in high school, and I think that movie was like, not that old. People used to call me Ofo. I kind of look like him back in the day. I had a head shaved for a little while.
I don't know who that is, but you do look like an OFO.
Otho,
name
the
is
big guy, the
Ortho.
interior decorator that they made do the like.
In
Daylight
Beetlejuice.
Come in Beetlejuice. Okay.
I'm not like a huge fan. It's a good movie, but it's not one.
So
I've
he's the
watched so
one
much.
that's like very.
I don't remember.
He's a,
You can say
He
what
won't
it's
get
not gonna. Yeah.
All right, so well, you could pull up the picture and show
I'm
him Otho?
going to show him.
You gotta pull a picture of yourself.
You look like Otho a little bit.
I know, and
I mean, not now.
Wait.
but you did back then.
Is it Otho or Ofo?
Ortho.
I like Ofo.
Well, that's
You
the
look
other
like
thing.
an Ofo.
Otho.
That's what he's gonna be when
Otho.
he get. Oh, he's gonna be an Ofo home.
It was OTHO, but
Otho.
when the kids would say it to me, it would be Ofo. So I went to two different high schools. So
This Ofo over here.
on my first Letterman's jacket, it was OPHO. It was spelled wrong too, but I don't care. I went to another high
That's
school.
fucking great.
All right. I tell you what.
Yeah.
You wanna take a real quick?
Yeah, we're
break?
gonna take a break.
And when
And
we
so-
come back, we're not going to talk about how horrible I am to you.
Oh.
I never
With all
said
the-
you were
with all the
horrible other
gifts-
than the fact that you spilled Coke all over me.
My
That was the only bad
Oh,
thing.
now he's Scarface too.
I cleaned it off you.
Ofo don't spill no Coke.
He snorted it all off, so we're good.
When we get back, I want to talk a little bit about some shows that ended this week in the past. Some of those, which might bring up something to talk about, like aliens and stuff like that.
Oh, I already know one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, about an alien thing. Did you watch the new one this week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're talking about.
Really? He's religious.
Yeah, well, I was disappointed with this week's Skinwalker Ranch.
Really?
A little bit. We'll talk. We'll talk when we
They
get back.
edited it perfectly because I think this week they're gonna tell us what the
Oh, you'll
I
do
watched-
it.
I also watched,
It's always this week you're gonna find out.
a documentary
Yeah.
on Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh yeah, I did see that was advertised. Haven't watched it yet, but there's a news story that came out this week. There was a quote from somebody famous, somebody from your neck of the woods, that said, "I really wish I could be out there, but my body can't take it anymore, and I just can't. I can't stomach the idea of giving them a bad product."
Are they an actor
Ozzy.
now?
No. I guess it's maybe the end of the road.
Are we talking about the football guy?
We're talking about this guy.
Oh, John Cena?
Yeah, he's an actor now. He was in Furious 9.
Yeah, but he's no longer in ring competition. He announced his retirement from wrestling. No more ring competition for the old The franchise.
I didn't know he was still wrestling. I
And you
thought
know
he was.
that he's a rapper as well.
You got to save stuff this sad for the end of the show. I don't know if I can continue on.
You know, that would have been a
This is
good
one of his
wrap
songs,
up of
isn't
rap.
it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that track's
This
great.
is one of his songs.
Yeah, this is one of his songs. Yeah.
In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing
Oh,
deep
This is better than what we were listening to earlier.
He's a lot better than that, like, Fozzy group.
I don't know, man.
Oh, leave Fozzy group alone.
Jericho's actually.
I was going to say, I actually
Pretty
seen that in
Jericho.
concert. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jericho's. Yeah.
Jericho's really good.
When it comes to like being a metal singer, Jericho is like
All
he's
right.
really fucking up there.
I heard some stuff in the beginning, and I wasn't a big fan. I was like, what is he trying
You're
to do?
gay, so what do you know?
Well, Jericho does a lot. He's even good for Dancing with the Stars. He's really good on that show as well.
Is he?
Oh, he can dance
When
and
you
he
can see
sing.
him.
No, Cena is the one you can't see. All right, let's take a quick break. You're listening to Pop Culture Radio.
Woo woo! It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pounds of courage, bloody face, 10 pants with a gold tee. Yeah, come on.
Welcome back to What a Nerds Pop Culture Radio.
Is that John Cena?
No.
No.
I would say it's funky as
Want to take
hell.
a guess while I'm playing this? This was released on September 25th of 1967, but it's relevant to today's date. This is The Doors. Jim Morrison and The Doors.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Today, May 20th of 2013, 10 years ago, was
He
the day
died.
we lost Ray Manzarek, the keyboardist from The Doors. So The Doors were basically Jim Morrison and Ray Manzarek. Now, Robbie Krieger is still alive, guitar player. He was great. John Densmore's dead as well, the drummer. But Ray Manzarek was the sound of The Doors, that organ. So, yeah, he passed away today, 10 years ago.
That's depressing.
Just like
But
your
hey,
Mother's Day.
Listen to that shit, though.
Oh my God. I never said it was depressing. There was just one little hiccup.
See, I've got it down to
You-
one little
you got
hiccup.
wet.
I got it down to one little
I got
Thank you.
soaked in Coke. It was sticky and like in my
Soaked in
crotch.
Coke.
Some
The
women,
Memoirs of Debbie Harry.
some women would write me a thank you note for that. But I'm glad you're not those women.
I like you just the way you are,
You see
my
how
shining star.
you see how I can like shoot myself in the foot and then wrap it up real quick? I love it. I love it.
You're like a field medic.
Apparently not wrapping it up quick enough because
Hey, the madder she gets, the funnier she gets. You know. Hey, and I'm putting it
that was
all.
I
a wrapping it
almost
up joke
peed.
and she's pregnant. That's what happened.
Yeah,
was
I got it. It
was a
went way
condom
over your
joke.
head.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what those are. But you know what? I think everybody should practice safe sex. So, buy your condoms. You know what? I got something to play real quick. For all those you listening live right now, thank you very much for listening. And for those not listening live and listen to those playback on one of the platforms, you're awesome. But I have
Subscribe if
Yeah,
you haven't subscribed already.
do that. I think there's a like button. We're on the or YouTube now. Look it up. Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. Don't search for Boston or Bushy. They're not that important.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
Owen and Dirt.
Wow.
Look,
No, he's right.
you guys made it to the new. What I'm about to play for everybody. We have a new little jingle.
Hey.
You know, Ron Massey with the 3B debris removal. He made a little commercial, and I ripped him off, and I'm using the same thing and making commercials for us now.
It's because I told you that every single day, for whatever reason in the shower, I think of the 3B debris removal.
I still
jingle.
do 3B. Okay, but I ripped him off, and I made some. I think you guys will like this one. This is our new jingle for Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio, and you too, you get a little shout out here too. I gave you love.
It's Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio show. It's really good. And doesn't blow this. Also Bushy and Boston too. They do what they do.
Woohoo! Yes, that's right. I am Owen. That's Dirt. That's Bushy and Boston doing what they do. What exactly is it that you do? Let me explain. Let me explain. You complain about me and my Bushy defends me. Woo!
I also give updates on, Boston history and Disney history. And,
Oh, you do that.
yeah.
Yeah, I forget because sometimes we edit that out. But
Wow! Oh my goodness!
hey, I
was wondering where all those Disney segments went.
I get a pick on you because you just try to make me look horrible.
I did not try to. Oh my god!
I mean, you didn't try to make him not look horrible.
I said
There
I
was
got
definitely
woken
no
up with
effort in that
beautiful
direction.
times.
What part of the "you're an asshole for being disabled and spilling coke on me" story was supposed to make him look good?
Hey, I could qualify
I
for
love
a
you.
handicap plaque.
I love you both.
I think you should, so that way I don't have to pay $20 every time I go to Disney. 25 for preferred parking. We can park in handicap right up front in front of preferred
Oh,
parking.
dude, she's on something. Because if I had that flex, I would make it.
Okay, well, maybe I'll flex like that sometime. I don't know. It doesn't feel much like flexing when you have one eyeball that's not working. I don't know. It's more like winking. I'll take that wink. But anyway, all right. Enough about my disabilities. At least one of them. I have
You don't have any others.
Aw.
emotional disability. I'm like a fucking
Everybody
child.
has emotional disabilities.
Speaking of being a fucking child on the inside, there's a book. Well, I never read the book actually, but in 1900, that was the year 1900.
Yeah.
It was released. This was on the 17th of May. That's why I'm bringing it up now. Do any of you have any idea what this book was?
Book? No.
No. Think about the 1900s. It was really popular. Only 10,000 copies were made. And right now,
I was negative 81, so
Wait, what year?
1900.
1900.
Oh no, I don't have that.
I like comic books. So when I hear about, the first printings of stuff, that's very important when it comes to comic books and stuff like that. But it's very important in the fine, rare book business too. And I've always wanted to, maybe man it up a little bit and go from comic books to real books sometimes. There's certain books out there I would love to have the first print of. What? Is that not manning it up? Going from comic books to real books?
No, I think he's laughing at me in my head.
I'm pretty sure that sentence has never been spoken before. I'm gonna man this shit up, yo. I'm going from these little thin dweeby
Graphic
comic
books.
books that I spend money on instead of strippers, and I'm moving it up to
Babe.
Moby Dick.
Babe, I just want to let you know that they don't call them comic books. It's politically incorrect. You're supposed to call it a graphic novel.
Time out, guys.
That's different.
Time out. Yeah, exactly. I'm about to school my
I've
little
read a
girl
graphic
here.
novel before. It was
You're about to get nerve
graphic. It was graphic.
This, my dear, is a comic book.
Yeah, it's a comic.
It's a comic book because it is one installment of the full story. A graphic novel is when you have like the 6 issues that make one story and they put it together and sell it as one thing. That is a graphic novel because it's the whole story in a novel. This is just one little part of it in a comic book.
I'm just going to tell you, the most graphic novel I ever read didn't have no pictures. It was just the content was extremely graphic. And it made me uncomfortable a little bit.
Daniel.
I still jerked off, but it made me uncomfortable. Just saying.
Was Fabio drawn on the cover?
No. Not at all.
It was drawn in your mind.
All
He
right.
can't get drawn.
He's always
anymore.
drawing him out. Fabio is always in my mind. You know what I mean? That I would
Now,
say
is
the
it
only thing
before the roller
Fabio.
coaster or after the roller coaster?
I was just gonna say the only thing Fabio I ever jerked off to is when that goose flew into his nose. And I only jerked off on his tears. I'm like, when he was talking about it afterwards, he's like, the poor goose, he died. I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking gold.
I'd be upset about that too.
That goose was flying through the air, and he's like, holy shit, is that Fabio? And he went, bam! Went right at him. It's like, we're going to make the headlines today.
It was weird that only he got splattered. Like everybody else around him seemed
no,
okay.
the beak literally like smashed into his
Little
nose.
beak on
It was
Fucked up
head-to-head,
his
yeah.
nose.
Oh, so that was his blood on
Yes,
his face. That wasn't
yeah.
the goose's
The,
blood.
Right,
the
yeah.
goose still died, but he like got fucked
It don't
up
take
in the
much
face.
to bust your nose open. It's pretty
No.
thin right there.
Yeah, it's all cartilage.
You want me to show you?
Mirror.
Whoever.
I've already had my nose broken. I don't need it broken again.
Listen, at one point or another, we're going to have Drennan come over here and join the show with us. Drennan. Drennan is a legendary hardcore wrestler that's a friend of mine. And he's actually, I showed Bushy, he was on Ballbusters one time because Todd lost a bet, and Drennan came over here and he gave him like his punishment. So Drennan hit him in the back with a fucking sign, and then gave him a fucking chop to the chest, and then put him in a hammer lock, and then put him in a figure four.
When
Like,
they had sex.
yeah. Both of them came, but
It's that figure four that does it every time.
Drennan's got Drennan's
Tighter.
Drennan to death.
Daniel Drennan or Eddie Graves?
Daniel Drennan, Eddie Gravy. That's him.
All
Yep.
right.
Yeah. His resume, dude. He was trained by the Dudleys.
Oh,
Ooh.
the Dudley brothers.
Yeah, he was trained by the Dudley boys. Yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley
Yes.
right here.
Yeah.
But
Drennan.
His
You don't
nickname
read
is
no comics.
Yeah.
his nickname is the Last Rock Star,
Yes.
and it says right here hobbies reading comics.
Yeah. No, he's a giant comic fan.
Does it really say that?
And also,
No.
listen.
Oh,
no,
You get me.
hold on,
It's
hold on.
funny. You get
also,
me.
Also, can I tell you, he's also like a 5-star sushi chef.
Ew.
I found that an interesting combination: professional wrestler and
sushi
sushi chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I don't like sushi and I can't eat
I mean, you're
sushi.
working in two smelly environments either way.
Yeah, exactly.
We should get him on here. I mean, there's a bunch of awesome wrestling shows out right now. Like the new season of The Darker Side of the Ring is coming
Yes.
out.
And also, Lost Treasures is back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
About time. I like that show. They only
That's
have
a
one
great show.
season so far, right?
No, the second season just started. I think.
Okay.
If the first episode hasn't aired yet, it's coming.
Okay.
But they've already been teasing it. But
What-
that show to me is like, as a kid who followed wrestling my entire life, that's like my favorite like wrestling series because they're taking actual wrestlers around the country to go. And most of the time it's guys who are not with us anymore, and they're trying to compile artifacts. They're looking for like artifacts of that person's career to put in the Hall of Fame or to put on display, and that's what I think is kind of cool.
I would you go to the? I mean, obviously you could. What about you two? Would you have any interest in seeing the Wrestling Hall of
I
Fame?
would. I actually enjoyed the induction that I saw. I think back in 2010 in Georgia.
The Hall of Fame induction. Yeah.
They did. Kane inducted for celebrity wise. What's his name?
Oh,
Carrie. Not Jim Carrey, but Carrie. He had whose
Carrie
line is
Underwood.
it? Anyways,
oh, Drew Carey.
Drew
Yeah,
Carey.
yeah.
There we go. He got inducted, and it was right when he did all his weight loss and everything.
Yeah.
And
The
everybody
The Price
was
is
doing,
Right, Drew Carey?
Yeah.
He wrestled?
No, he was,
was
a
involved.
celebrity. He was a celebrity.
They have a celebrity.
appearance.
They have a celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame, and so like some of the celebrities they've inducted have Pete Rose, because Pete Rose actually has been involved in some WrestleMania moments where he actually was.
Okay.
He was actually like a host, and like he hosted a match, and then one of the wrestlers like sort of like slighted him or like made fun of him, and so then later on, like a couple pay-per-views later, that wrestler's about to win the championship, and then this giant turkey costume runs in the ring and hits him with a chair, and he loses, and then the turkey pulls off his head, and it was Pete Rose because he fucked him over. Pete Rose made him lose the championship.
All right,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So
All
Drew
right.
Carey was part of the what is that match that they throw? You have to be thrown out over
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring.
No, the
And-
Royal Rumble. You're talking about over the top rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Royal
And
Rumble.
Kane ended
You're
up,
close.
ended up
what's
winning
what's
that
King
one.
of the Ring then?
The last one in the ring.
King of the Ring.
I'm actually glad I fucked it up. I was like, you looked at me like, Bushy has wrestling knowledge? And I'm like, no,
So-
I really don't.
Yeah,
no,
I
the-
lost a little respect for you, but I brought it back.
Okay.
No, I'm just
So,
kidding. I'm kidding.
anyways,
Not at all.
Kane won that one, and I think he lasted like the longest, or made some kind of history
He
in
threw it.
wrestling.
He eliminated the most. Yeah, it was he eliminated like 13 people in a row or something like
but
that. Yeah.
because Drew Carey was on, that was like the huge thing. So this was part of Kane's like inducting Drew Carey into the Hall of Fame, the celebrity part of the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame was like everybody cared more about him than me, tossing out so many people. I was like, oh.
I still haven't figured out why Drew Carey.
Because they do it
They-
with celebrities, so
Okay,
they have
so-
certain
but
celebrities, come on.
celebrities that
Let me just explain. So
they just like cameos. Is that what
well,
it is?
no,
Like-
they've had so WrestleMania since the very first one has been a big like spectacle event where they have celebrities that come out and become like celebrity ring announcers. Like Burt Reynolds one time introduced the main event. And so he introduced, from this corner, hailing from here, and introduced the whole event.
okay, so guest ring.
guest ring announcers.
Okay.
And so then
Even
it became
Dennis
like
Rodman's been on there.
the Royal Rumble.
Well, that
is,
makes sense.
And this, the Royal Rumble is an event where you have 30 wrestlers entering the ring in 90-second increments in a battle royal, and it's a elimination over the top rope, down feet hitting the floor. That's how you get eliminated. So over the years, what they've done is they've incorporated people who aren't wrestlers that have just decided, and the way they say they filed out the paperwork to enter the Royal Rumble that year, and so you have people that aren't wrestlers that are like, so last year's Royal Rumble, Johnny Knoxville
Yeah.
entered the Royal Rumble. And
Last year, really?
Yeah, Johnny
Don't you
Knoxville was in
remember
it.
we not
So
watched some
in
of it?
one year, Drew Carey was the one. It's like the buzzer goes off, and everyone in the stadium is going, "Who's the next guy coming in?" And they're always expecting a surprise entrance, but then Drew Carey and the Price is Right music hits, and he comes running down to the
Oh,
ring
that's
to
great. Okay.
enter the Royal Rumble.
And I think he jumped out.
Yeah,
I think he actually jumped over the ropes himself before anybody could
before
catch him.
Kane got to hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why, but I feel like that makes you really cool. If you got to the level where your game show theme music plays you into your wrestling match,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I will tell you though, Johnny Knoxville in the Royal Rumble last year. I'm sure you're not surprised. He did not go easy. He went
I
in
figured he would.
and he went balls to the wall. He got eliminated, but he came in and like speared a motherfucker like right in the fucking right out of the gate. Like he went hard, and then everyone in the ring just like swarmed on him and beat the absolute shit out of him and tossed him out. And I'm like, that's exactly what they should have filmed it. Where right before he was like, "Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Royal Rumble," and he just ran into the ring and fucking got his ass kicked by a bunch of wrestlers and thrown out on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has really fucked himself up, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
over the years?
Oh,
My
yeah.
God.
That's why I'm sure. I guess you said we watched it, so I guess I must have. But I'm shocked that he's still like doing stunts. And,
Well, we were here when it was on, and I think we were
That's right, we
during
were.
one of the breaks. They were announcing the Bella Twins, and one of the Bella Twins, because they just made like their comeback
During
for-
WrestleMania, you mean.
during-
Yeah.
for WrestleMania, and one of them turned on the other and tossed her sister out. I can't remember which one.
Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had it on. Yeah, when you guys were here one time.
I think you showed me, Britt, that on Facebook there's a meme going around. It's Bam Margera and
Yes,
Steve-O.
yes.
And what does it say? There's a current picture of them.
This is
I think it says, "This is Steve-O and Bam from Jackass, and on today's stunt, we're going to eat a bunch of spicy food and
and
try
see
not
who
to
gets
get
heartburn first.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Well, you gotta. Bam Margera got big, so he's
Oh, yeah.
almost like he's not as close
well,
to
dude,
the
he
side of his
lost
father.
a really close friend,
Well,
and I
no,
can
no,
tell
no.
how depression can make you get a little.
No,
eaty.
100%. But also, if you look at his family, like his father is pretty big,
Yeah,
so
okay,
is his
yeah, that
uncle.
too.
So
Sure,
it's genetics.
His uncle died.
But
Yeah, Don Vito
Really?
passed away.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
Years
even
ago,
hear
yeah,
about
A
that.
few years ago, yeah.
Oh,
Quite a
I
while. ago.
liked him. I loved the Bam Margera show.
Well, he
I
was
loved
not allowed
watching
on
everything.
television at the point that he died.
What?
Court ordered, yeah.
why.
Oh, you
Oh,
gotta
I
look it
can
up.
only imagine.
I'm gonna have to
I can
look
only
this up.
imagine.
He was giving massages to girls at events that they went to that were very, very young. And so he pleaded to no contest. And they said, and you cannot play, because he said it was his character. And that's why they, and so they were like, okay, fine. But you cannot
Like
play
he's the
Don.
creepy uncle.
You can't be Don Vito on TV. You cannot appear on TV ever again. And then, he passed away shortly afterwards. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, Bam Margera, after
I'm not
Ryan
rapey.
Dunn,
It's just my character.
after Ryan Dunn and genetics, he's kind of got a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
You can tell in his face. I've never really seen like his full body picture, but you can tell in his face.
If you listen to Steve-O's podcast, Steve-O's Wild Ride, by the way, he gets amazing interviews on that podcast.
I love Steve-O.
But he's had Bam on that show since his breakdown and all that. Not like he even says like on the show, he's like, I'm not gonna have him on just to like make a point of him. He's like, when he's clean and good, then we'll have him on. And then he gets to that point, Steve-O brings him on, and then he fucks it all up again.
Yeah.
Like Steve-O, and when you listen to it, Steve-O's trying to be a good friend to him and going, hey, look, man, I got sober. It's really hard, but it's been the best thing I've done in my life.
Yeah.
Just please let me help you.
Yeah.
And then Bam goes to a skate park and fucking breaks his wrist skating with a bunch of fucking teenagers, and then eats a fucking handful of Percocets and gets drunk, and then does some dumb shit in a restaurant. And Steve-O's like, I can't keep making excuses for you. If you want to do it or you don't,
Man, who would have thought Steve-O would have been
exactly.
the voice of
Steve-O
reason,
was like
Yeah.
the most like fucked up on the show.
The guy shoving Matchbox cars in his ass.
He's letting people staple shit to his balls.
He
and stuff.
staples his nutsack to the inside of his leg and does a butterfly thing.
Yeah.
He had a
that's
piercing.
fun.
He pierced his butthole shut.
Yeah.
Do you not remember this? Like
Yeah.
he literally
No.
pierced it shut.
I blocked that out of my head.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well,
so.
bring up something that's not common.
Okay, well, what's not common is the book I tried talking about to start this goddamn segment.
Okay, the book that makes you a man. Let's go.
I'm just saying, collecting books.
You read this book and then got your girl pregnant. What was it?
Well, I don't think it happened in that order, but
Chapter 1, insertion.
I will just say the book that is now 123 years old is, and this is a book that is close to your heart, dear, I think, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah.
I love that book.
How much do you think a first printing, an authentic first printing of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz is going for?
$114,000.
That's a little bit much.
I think, okay, so
Surprising.
book prices, I'm just saying, like, classic book prices, because, trust me, I know, I grew up with a friend of my dad's who ran a bookstore, and that was, like, one of his big things was selling, like, authentic, I'm going to say between 15 and 20,000.
15 and 20,000. That is a good guess, but you were way wrong.
I want to say like
Way wrong. You didn't look at my
123 years. If it's not in the hundreds, it's got to be close to the hundreds. I'm gonna say at least 85,000.
All right, 85. You got over 100,000 there. You said like 15 to 20,000. You're all wrong. According to the Google, first edition in the rare and not first state of both text. Blah 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 blah. But I should explain that a little bit. It was released to like 2 states at first because
I was going to say, you're changing things now because you said first.
first edition, first thing,
First
I'm saying.
edition, yeah, first pressing.
It was released to 2 states at first. Only 10,000 copies made. In the same year, they printed more because it was such a hit.
Oh, okay.
But this first edition, 10,000 copies, $58,800.
Okay.
Well, what number of the first 10,000? Doesn't that also make a difference too, or is that just
they're not
comic books?
numbered. They're not
the
numbered.
one thing I have learned is that first pressings of books, they are, yes, they are valuable, but typically because of the number of books that are pressed, they're not as valuable as people think they are. So, like when you go into it and you think you're like, oh man, this is going to be I'm a millionaire. You probably got like a $3,000 or $4,000 book on your hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they are beat
I
up in
forgot
any
it
way,
is a book.
if they're beat up in any way, it drops it real much. But I got me wondering, and I went on eBay of all places, and there is a really nice version of the book. It has, and I didn't know, there's actually a map of Oz. Yeah, Munchkin Country and Winky Country. What is a Winky?
Winky, because that's
The
where I
Winkies
live.
are the the Wicked Witch of the West.
Winkies are
her-
all pro pouch.
They're the
What
they're
about
her goons.
what about Gillikin Country?
I think that's Glinda's area.
All right. Oh, Glinda, and then Quadlink. Anyway,
Oh, you can't
Well,
say
you
that.
don't have you don't have a Witch of the South. Like technically
Okay.
that doesn't come into play until you see the Wiz, and then that comes into play.
well, anyway, this book actually
See the
came with
Wiz
a
at
map.
Winky Town.
And look, Emerald City's right in the middle. This is kind of cool
Wow, that
because
is a basic ass map.
1900, man, 1900. But this book, if you wanted it right now, you can go on eBay, and a pristine copy is $58,800. This one looks pretty pristine, and you can get it right now for $49,900. Buy it now, or we can make an offer. I'm thinking of clicking on and making an offer
Let's
for
not.
$5,000. $5,000.
No.
Okay, I won't then. Click $5,000.
Oh my God.
You got $5,000 to spend on a book.
No, I just want a person to tell me no.
Then she did have a crappy Mother's Day. If you got $5,000 to spend on a book,
It's an investment.
and you got her 3 cards,
They were
you know how much more paper it takes to make a novel.
they were Hallmark. They cost like $6 a piece.
Oh,
They were beautiful cards. Very beautiful cards.
And again,
look at this! I've turned her around now. Now she's complimenting
thank you. You're a good friend.
I said from the get-go
I
they
can
were
always-
beautiful
I
cards.
can always make my friends' girlfriends like them, just none like
I
myself.
love this man to pieces.
Literally to pieces. Like she beats me into pieces.
I do not beat you. Oh my God.
Unless he has.
All right. Whew.
I was gonna say something, but I can't say it on air.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Say
No,
it.
no, no.
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 If she said she can't say it.
I know I can't say it.
Please.
Let's not get us canceled.
We interviewed the murder junkie guy. You can say
Oh.
anything you want.
And that got
Yeah, we don't need to edit me too or
Oh,
censor me.
Believe we have.
Yeah, don't ruin my Sunday.
He's only got 1 day off. He puts the studio together.
All right. Well, let me switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some TV, primetime TV.
Okay.
In the past week, we've been off for a little bit, and I'm going to try to do something a little bit different here. And I like pop culture history and what's happened today, but I realize we've been gone for a week. Usually when we do the show, so there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that happens throughout the day, and I spent like 15 minutes preparing for the show. Jesus Christ! And I wrote down some shit.
I
And
spent longer.
you did, and I hope we have time to go to you. So, once I'm done with this, we can go to you, my babe.
Okay.
But in this week, some big things had their final airing. On the 15th, today's the 20th, but let's go back a few days. On the 15th in 2001, a very big show had their final airing. 2001, think about that. I was out of it for 99 and 2000, 2001, so I missed the last 3 seasons of it.
Was it Nip Tuck?
Not Nip Tuck.
Oh.
2001.
2001. It was on for a. I can't tell exactly.
Prison Break.
Let me say there were 6.
No, that would have been after that.
6 main characters.
Friends.
Friends, yes, I was going to say had
Was that
a.
01, really?
2001 was their last show, their final
Why do
show.
I think it was 04?
No.
Oh, because Seinfeld was 04, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there you
think
go.
it was.
On the 17th.
In 2004.
Wait, hold on. Where was it? I wrote it down on here somewhere. Seinfeld comes to an end. God damn it! Where was
Would you
that?
like me to read your scribbles for you?
No.
Okay.
1994. Seinfeld came to an end right here. Boom.
1994?
No, it started in like it started. I think it was 14 seasons. I thought it was 2004, right?
1994 was In Living Color came to an end.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
believe that? You used to watch that, right?
Yeah.
You were see. This is the problem. She's 8 years younger than me. When I was watching it, I was a teenager, so she was a little girl watching.
I was, see, because my parents were older than me, they had me watching and listening to stuff that they watched and listened to. So I watched cartoons on Saturdays while I ate my cereal, but I got more into Nick at Night and TV Land.
I love that shit.
So I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie, The Brady Bunch.
I just
Happy
ran through
Days.
I Dream of Jeannie the last couple weeks.
I mean, those are like, to me,
And let me tell
some
you, I
great
Dream
shows.
of Jeannie. Barbara Eden was ahead of her time.
I also liked Three's Company, Laverne and Shirley. Like, I grew up with all those shows.
Yeah,
And-
but
and loving
Barbara
them.
Eden. You know.
I mean, the Mary Tyler Moore Show is cool.
Barbara
Dick Van Dyke
Eden.
Show. Barbara Eden.
You're right. You're right.
The Dick Van what show?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick and Dyke in your name. I mean, you're multicultural.
Dude, he's
over
still going
He changed
strong.
his name for Hollywood. You know that, right?
there. Did he? What's his real name?
Penis Van Lesbian.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
He said that joke himself. So
Did he?
I could see him
SUV.
saying that. You know when Mary Poppins Returns came out, he did like
Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that the horror movie?
They made the
version?
second. No, they
Mary
made a
Poppins
sequel.
coming
he
back.
Did, he
sex
did
worker movie.
30 seconds of Step in Time,
Mary Poppins, that pussy.
and he was like 92 years old. Can you imagine being 92 and
no.
Dancing?
have you ever seen?
I don't think I'll ever
Mary
be
Poppins?
92.
I don't even want to be 92
Well,
ever.
oh my god.
All right.
horrible.
Yeah, Seinfeld finale 1998 was on the 14th. How many millions of people do you think tuned in for that?
114,000 million.
Again, you're way
No,
high.
millions.
No, I said 114,000.
Oh.
So that's what?
Billions, that's in the
1 billion,
billions.
114.
Nope, wrong.
5 million.
5 million. Okay. You know what? That's a number that I would think a younger person would pick because when you hear like a TV show getting 2,000 or 2 million viewers, that's a big time thing. But back in
You
my
hear this
day,
youngin' over here making these low guesses?
Do realize
Back in my day.
that I have read everything on I Love Lucy.
Called her youngin'.
And I know for a fact that they probably got more viewers than any TV show out there.
Well,
Good
because
for
there was
you.
only
Still do it
3
to this day.
channels,
good for
and 2 of those channels were news.
So no, in 1998, Seinfeld finale premiered, and an estimated 76.3 million people tuned in for that one show.
Oh wow!
So that's crazy. I always thought he was going to bring it back in a couple years, but he never did. So
No,
I mean,
he was done with it. Like
I like
he made
his
all that
latest
money, and
stand-up.
he's like, now I get to ride around in like cool ass cars and interview Eddie Murphy. Like fuck that show.
It's way cooler to get out while something's on top as opposed to running into the ground and people
Oh,
are like,
yeah.
Did you-
they should have stopped
Did you
5
see
years,
the last
5
stand-up
seasons
he
ago.
made? Where he goes back to New York and back to his original place that he first did
no,
stand-up. and,
I haven't seen that.
oh my god, it's a few years older now, but I mean the way he does it and the way he presents it, it's so well done.
I'm a little interested in that, but I'm gonna be like the minority in this and say this. Like I'll actually say it. I love this. I love Seinfeld, the show. Not a big fan of him as a stand-up.
really?
So here's a
Yeah,
funny
just like
thing.
I watch him do stand-up, and I'm like, no, it's funny. Like I get why people like it, but like to me, like as a stand-up comedian, like you know, every so often they'll put those lists together, greatest stand-ups, and he ends up in the top 10 so many times, and I'm like, I don't get that. Like,
Yeah,
As a
no,
stand-up
I don't think it's that
comedian,
good. It's not complicated enough to be. You know what I mean?
he just does those things where he's like, why do they call it?
Well, what I was going to say is what I find funny is that to me was acceptable when he was younger, and maybe
Yeah.
like you're younger, you're learning about the world and all this stuff. But
Yeah, yeah.
as a 60, 70-year-old dude, it's like, what's up? Well, you fucking know what's up with it. You're 70 fucking years old. If you haven't figured it out with you, you know.
Funny
you just-
story. And we'll have to have. I'll have the story told like properly one time. But so back in the 70s when Jerry was coming up, and Gilbert was part of that whole scene with like Catch a Rising Star and the Improv and all those clubs, you know, Caroline's in New York. Gilbert used to do an impression of Jerry Seinfeld
Oh god.
in front of Jerry Seinfeld while they were all hanging out waiting to go on, and Jerry, it infuriated him.
Oh, I love it.
Because Gilbert would would mimic his act, and he's like, they would all be hanging out in the back of the comedy club, and Gilbert would start going, "Why do they call them testicles? Because is it a test? Is it a test or is it a testicle? Why do they call them testicles?" And Jerry was like, "I don't sound like that." And he's like, and everyone would go, "No,
What are you talking about?
Dude, he dated. I mean, this might be something you don't want to. I guess he doesn't like talking about it, but he dated an underage girl for a while.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She was 17 years old, and he was like in his 30s, I think, which is kind of weird. He met her in New York, and I don't know. I'm not going to read any more. That creeps me out. I don't want to. When I read stuff like that, I then think differently of the person. So Shauna Losey.
We don't know that to be fact.
Well, Google says it's fact. Yes, it's true that Jerry Seinfeld
Well, there you go.
once dated someone underage when he was legally an adult. The girl in question is Shauna Losey.
Okay, so he was legally an adult, an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, and she was what?
No.
15, 16?
No,
like
she
what
was
state were they
17.
in?
Hold on. He was 38. She was 17.
Oh, okay, that's a different story. But it literally said a legal adult. If you're gonna say that, 18, 17 in certain states is a legal adult.
Sure.
So when you say that and somebody's only 16 or whatever, then it's like okay, kind of acceptable, but not so much.
Oh, and
but when it's 38 to 17, that's a little iffy.
They met in 1993 and they hit it off. So yeah, hey, love is blind, right? And ages are
Deaf and dumb, too.
I guess. He's not married to her, by the way. He's married to a woman more his age. So good for
Well,
him.
yeah.
Jessica Seinfeld is who he's married to now. So.
Oh, man, they have the same last name. They really do.
That's ironic.
You know what? They were actually siblings.
Oh my goodness.
I don't understand. I found this girl that's got the same last name as me.
What's the deal with Sister Pussy?
Oh,
What?
jeez.
Sorry. Jessica Seinfeld was not his sister. Don't sue us. All right. In 2000, this show ended. I'm looking at
Saved
you.
by the Bell.
No, I'm looking at you, and you might have watched this. It took place in California,
Bang Bus.
in a prestigious neighborhood that had
The
a very
OC?
that had a very
90210.
there you go. Beverly Hills 90210 finale was on the 17th of May in 2000.
I watched none of
But
that.
they brought it back. They rebooted it.
Yeah, they did reboot it, and nobody cared.
90210.
It's just like Baywatch.
I booed it from the first episode. First time. Boo! Boo! First episode. Boo!
90210.
They brought
90210. No.
Baywatch back as a movie, starring Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's got to be gold.
And Zac Efron. I'm sorry, but back in the day,
Since we're talking about Oscar nominees,
I'd lick that movie cover.
Did you watch 90210 when you were a kid? No. All right.
I don't think it was something I was allowed to watch. I'm surprised I was allowed to watch Baywatch or Ren and Stimpy.
You gotta realize she was like 4 when that stuff was out, dude.
I know.
God damn it.
Why do you guys keep making me younger and younger?
When I was
Poor
married,
you.
when I was married,
I thought it was the
time,
other way women got pissed off about.
I used to make the joke that, like, my next wife is in middle school. I didn't realize it would actually come true someday.
I mean, you're sitting here making fun of Jerry. Did you have is your last name?
All right, I got one more show that was iconic that ended in 1998 on the 16th. I'm going to play the theme. First one of you to recognize it, scream it.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Boom.
I saw your screen, so I wasn't
you got me
going
by a
there.
little bit.
It was close.
You said before I came in on it.
My favorite part about
I
the shows
saw
was
your
Robert
screen.
Stack.
Yes.
Yeah,
Robert Stack. I mean,
legendary.
The reason I'm so weird and I'm messed up, my grandmother and I used to watch this at night. She would have this on TV, and me as like a 10-year-old kid would watch this with her. It'd be dark out, and there'd be the story about this rapist murderer guy that comes in through windows, and she'd be like, "All right, now go to bed," and I would lay in there just terrified that something was going to happen to me, and and nothing ever did. So
Unsolved
I-
Mysteries, Rescue 911, and you top that off with watching Final Destination, and you now have agoraphobia.
yep.
I was the one. I couldn't sleep at night, so I stayed up and watched sports with my brother. He would sleep on the couch, so I'd just go out there and sleep on the other part of the couch and watch sports.
That's why you have such a good sports knowledge of
Yeah.
just Boston teams and nothing
Well,
else.
no, he taught me about other sports at that time, and then as I grew up, I was like, "Fuck other sports. I'm never gonna watch them. I'm just gonna watch my teams."
So listen, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but on the movie Basketball, do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the Robert Stack cameo in that?
No.
So when one of the guys, I can't remember which one it was, but he went like rogue and like no one could figure out where he was at, and so they did this whole Robert Stack like unsolved mysteries part. So check this out. This is the actual Robert Stack cameo from that.
Disappears. A familiar story, yes, but this is no ordinary Joe. Joseph R. Cooper, perhaps the most loved sports figure in the country, vanished. According to Mrs. Elsie Melcher, a neighbor who asked not to be identified, Joe Cooper left his house 2 weeks ago. According to Angelique Bones, a nosy bitch who lives up the street, a toothbrush, a wallet, a steamer trunk, and a plane ticket to Calcutta. Police theorize several possible scenarios of what happened with a man affectionately known to the world as Coop.
Well, I don't know where the hell he is. For all I care, he could be hanging by his neck in his fucking closet.
Scenario number 1, he's hanging by his neck in his fucking closet.
That
The night
dude's
before
voice,
his
man.
disappearance,
Dude,
Coop's
yeah.
girlfriend had paid him a visit. According to friends, they had quarreled.
If you're looking for Joe Cooper, I suggest you look wherever you find the most heinous, blatant, and vile exploitation of children on the planet.
Scenario number 2, Coop went to Disney World. Here is a photograph of Joe Cooper taken just days before his disappearance. And here is a computer-enhanced simulation of what he might look like today.
Mr. T. That's not what he might look like today. Yeah, you know, he had that voice that just got you in that mood, like
Yep.
you're going to be freaked out.
You're gonna die if you watch this.
They have rebooted it, and for a few years now.
Rebooted it.
Yeah, and it's on what, Netflix, right?
Yep.
That's my favorite part of that whole thing, though, is when he goes, scenario number 1, hanging by his neck in his fucking closet.
Fucking closet.
Leave me to the nosy,
The nosy bitch
upstairs.
down the street.
Yeah. No, that's fucking funny. He died a while ago, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
God rest his soul. They redid
Isn't
it.
it William Shatner now?
No, he does like
Rescue 911 and Unexplained.
yeah,
Unexplained. That's
yeah.
what I was watching.
Yeah.
Unexplained.
When it started, he was standing up there doing all the stories and stuff, and now with the later seasons, they've got a chair for him and he's sitting. And I'm just saying, it's probably, I don't know if the captain's going to see the 30s. I'm just saying. I hate it. It's weird. The older you get, the more you're like, the people that were older than you were dying. I know that's how the world works and life works and shit. It's weird getting to the age where all the people you used to look up to are gone, you know? It sucks. But the new Unsolved Mysteries, I'm trying to tie this into possibly what we're going to have in a couple weeks. If you watch
Nothing.
What?
I don't know what we're going to have in a couple of weeks. What are we having in a couple of weeks?
I'm setting it up.
Oh,
I'm setting it
okay.
up. Something. You know, we talk about aliens a lot. We love the I love anyway the Skinwalker Ranch show and all this crazy. I don't really believe in aliens. I think they're possibly more real than let's say
God.
ghost. Okay, or God. Sure,
Sorry.
the Holy Ghost. They all work. However, if you go back to the first season of the new reboot of Unsolved Mysteries, there's actually the very first episode. There's somebody that we kind of know, you know more than I do, whose family is actually featured on it. What's his name? Angel.
Angel Rivera.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a wild story.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything. I've had too many Grey Goose.
So you know who Angel is, though?
Yeah.
All right. I had no clue that he had like this mystery where his brother was apparently possibly either committed suicide or murdered by people. Have they made any leeway on that, or
No,
headway?
so at the time that all that happened, we were actually doing SBK Live on Saturday nights. So that was remember when the 7 to 10 on every Saturday night was SBK Live on Real Radio.
Yeah, you were doing that with them?
Yeah, that was at the time we were doing that show that this happened, and yeah, so it was a while ago. But
When the actual event happened, the murder,
Right.
or death,
yeah, that was back then.
not the show. But, all right.
No, but that was when it actually happened. When he actually passed away, and there's been a lot of like speculation of shit for years.
And, real quick, Angel was the producer on SBK Live
Yes.
at the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's when I met him.
Right? Yeah. I mean, everyone's got theories, and I think the family has an idea of like what could have possibly happened there. But
The man didn't kill himself.
No,
It wasn't
no,
a suicide.
Not at all.
But they have an idea what happened, but they just can't prove anything, right?
Exactly. Yes.
That's why it's on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but if you go back to like Pluto TV, you know that what I'm talking about. They have like a free TV service which you can download on as an app.
Yeah.
Go Pluto.tv right now and you can get it. And there's a bunch of different channels of like old stuff on there. That Addams Family channel, stuff like that. There is a Unsolved Mysteries channel. It's all the old stuff. And when you watch it now, since it's so old, half of the shit's already solved or something like that.
Yeah.
So as you're watching
Like
it, every
the
episode,
son of Sam.
yeah, every segment.
Like that guy's already been executed.
Well, no, there's an update. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
no, I actually prefer that. I love when you do this whole Unsolved Mysteries.
And then you get the update.
A 30, 45-minute long episode, and then in 3 sentences, they're like, oh, this is what happened.
yeah. Oh, by
I
the
love
way,
it.
Back in 2014.
It's like when I go on a drunken
he was
tirade
fine.
going, "Where the fuck are my goddamn keys?" And it's like, and then Robert Sykes goes, "Update. They were in his pants from the day before."
he recovered them and went on about his day. He pissed himself 3 hours later.
If he did laundry once in a while, he would have found them much quicker.
So, all right. Also, in that first new season of the new reboot, you will find an episode about the Berkshires.
We do not call it Berkshire whatsoever. Just like it's not called Worcester or Peabody. It's called Peabody, Worcester, and Berkshires.
All right.
Get it
obviously-
right, bitch.
Welcome to Worcester. Joel $525, please.
$1.25. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
obviously,
welcome to Worcester. You come in for fucking business or fucking pleasure.
I was like, that's a weird way to say Worcestershire.
is that an Adam Sandler bit?
Yeah.
All right.
Toll Booth Willie.
Toll Booth Willie. That's what it was.
I love Toll Booth Willie.
But all right, if you go there, there is a story about an UFO landing and abducting people in Massachusetts.
In the
Really?
Berkshires, Western Mass. It's close to the New York and Connecticut border.
Okay.
You say wow, Bushy, but this is the only
Proven.
not
Factual.
proven necessarily, but only recognized
By who?
the state, I guess, of
Is it the
Massachusetts.
state or
Yeah,
is it like
no,
the
there's
UFO
an actual-
Foundation of Utah?
no.
There was a memorial for
A
the
memorial
real
people die
guy.
there?
No,
So,
for the guy who
all right.
actually like.
the gentleman I
it actually
know.
happened.
There's a statue for a crazy guy that saw a fake space.
Kinda.
Well, they
Hold
took
on,
it away.
Hold on. Shh, you're
I'm sorry,
You're
I'm
blowing my whole.
Oh my
It's from the
God.
West Bite. No, this is really fucking realkid.com.
When you watch this episode, there's two different Toms. The first Tom you see is I say is shyster, and if you watch it, I think his name is Tom Warner. He does a bunch of the crap. He talks about how he was abducted and he acts it out.
His
and,
name was Shyster?
No, he's
Tom
the
Warner.
shiesty
He's
one.
the shyster. I'm saying.
He's a liar.
The other Tom on there,
fucking liar.
this other Tom, he's the one that pretty much has brought this whole abduction and area story to light. A lot of people try to ignore it, but back
Well,
in the
'cause
'60s,
it's fake.
possibly. Look, with this many, this is a thing that I can't dispute. With this many people who say, "Hey, we actually saw something and experienced something," I gotta say they experienced something. You know, not this many people are getting together and saying, "Hey, we want this attention," and we're going to make up the same fucking story.
Really? Have you heard of TikTok?
Well, no, I tried to explain to him about that area in Western
They
Massachusetts.
drink a lot over there.
No,
Meth.
they
Meth.
do a lot of drugs over there. Like my father rented or lived in a house in Coleraine, Mass, and that was like the weed like town of Massachusetts, and then towns around it were like the heroin town, the meth town, that's where like all those drugs came from. Were out in Western Massachusetts.
So what you're saying is, so hold up. What you're saying is the towns where these alien sightings have been, possibly
A lot of drugs for some
possibly,
reason.
allegedly, there might be some.
and some peyote.
substances. Oh.
Peyote was.
Well,
going on
peyote
right
doesn't
there.
make you see visuals and stuff that isn't. Oh, yes, it does.
It does.
Wait a minute.
There was a lot of like my father and one of my cousins who we're not going to mention. Other than this, Robert,
He's one of the unmentionables.
she is one of the unmentionables.
Oh, she. Oh, okay. Now I'm interested.
They
The
would
fuck
I was
actually.
about to say, you gotta give me her number.
They
What
would,
did she do that we
knows.
decided we don't talk about her no
we
more?
don't. We don't want to censor me, so we don't talk about her. But they used to go to like all the tribal things up there that were going on. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
Very good, very good. All right. Well, Tom Reed. I'm sorry. I'm getting back on my
Yeah,
story.
I'm sorry. I don't
ahead.
mean to shit on it every time. I mean,
That's all
I
right.
do, but
Tom Reed, he was a boy when this happened, and his story is he and his family were in a car and they saw this light, and then they blacked out, and when they came to, the reason he believes that there's something definitely happened is the mother and the grandmother were switched in the front seat, and they all came to on the side of the road or something like that. But listen, whether or not
They both came at the same time
yes.
on the front
Jeez.
seat.
on
I
the
guess.
side of the road in the front seat.
Nobody's calling shotgun after this.
never again.
he not
Don't hit the brakes too hard. I'm gonna hit the dashboard. Why is this so sticky?
Fucking Naugahyde interior. Ricardo Montalban. Remember the fucking Cordoba?
now the whole family might have been on meth. Who knows? But this
It's Corinthian leather. That's what they called it. Remember fucking Ricardo Montalban from Fantasy Island and the new luxurious Chrysler Cordoba with Corinthian leather interior. Corinthian leather was just plastic.
It just sounds fancy. Though.
Corinthian leather.
Corinthian leather was fake plastic leather.
Futuristic.
It was soft plastic.
It was pleather.
It's apparently people's grandma's creamed on it. I don't know.
All right. Jesus Christ.
I mean, they creamed on Fantasy Island. If he's selling from fucking interior in this car, I probably did that too. I don't know.
I don't think
Just guess. I don't know.
Corinthian letter. I can't even say what I was gonna say.
if we talk to him, we might be able to ask him, did anybody jizz in their pants or whatever. But
Oh my god.
I don't think any of that actually
If we
happened.
don't ask him that, I think we're doing our fans and our listeners a serious disservice. Just saying.
Okay, so he had his experience. His family had his experience. He's been pretty much the only one championing this whole story. And I think he wrote a book about it and stuff
So
like that too.
brave.
Hey, look, when you listen to his story, when you're in a methed out part of the Massachusetts like he is, and he starts talking about as a kid that he was abducted by aliens, they beat the shit out of him a lot, and he'll talk to you about that. He got picked on a lot, and whatever. He believes that this actually happened, and I've talked to him before, and I know he believes it. The other Tom, I think the other Tom is just cashing in on the ride here.
Oh, definitely is.
Everyone asks. Corinthian leather. Of course, why not the best? It's the same with our new Chrysler New Yorker. It gives you everything. Powerful V6, anti-lock brakes, front-wheel drive, rich leather, 770 protection plan. And Chrysler's exclusive Crystal Keep program. Complete car coverage with owner care that's even better than Rolls-Royce or Mercedes.
I want to have his
Chrysler
baby.
New Yorker gives you the one thing.
I'm convinced.
I mean, I would buy from that guy.
the aliens wanted nothing to do with them. They just wanted the Corinthian leather. That's all they wanted.
It couldn't be the kid was disassociating because his meth head parents were out getting drugs while he was stuck in
Possibly.
the car by himself.
Possibly, but
Maybe an imagination.
the point is,
Sorry.
That's all right. The point is, he's been championing this story for a while.
What's championing?
Championing, yeah.
I-
Meaning he's cheering it on. He's saying,
I'm
"Hey, yeah, it's
champing.
real fucking man."
I'm a little drunk, and I compress my words sometimes.
I fucked up the last 3 things I said, so I'm just trying to point the blame at somebody else.
That's all right.
Who's bragging? Only the last 3. I've been fucking shit for 4 fucking seasons now.
I love the fact
It's okay. I've been fucking shit up for at least 1.5.
that no, last show we did, Dirt goes, "Hey, by the way, guys, I'm drinking beer tonight," and we're like, "Why?" He goes, "I listened to the last show, and it was fucking horrible."
I'm not drinking beer anymore. I just look back at it and go, Am I embarrassed by any of this? I go, yeah, fuck it. Nah, we're good.
Whether it was funny or not, I laughed
got
harder
this.
when I'm more drunk.
How many shows does it get over being embarrassed? 1.
Oh, man. I've embarrassed
"No."
myself on a stage so many times that at that point I'm like, yeah, what was it matter?
It's no big deal.
You remember that time Dirt drank beer for 1 show?
Never forget.
I think I need to get on the wagon, guys. I think I hit rock bottom. And
that
then
was-
next week I'm like,
12 packs a night and that's it.
rock bottom.
And that was the only show that was all staticky and we couldn't hear. You need to be drunk more often, all the time.
Hey, check this guy out. Listen.
Chrysler Cordoba.
Oh, yeah.
Designed, luxuriously appointed. And now is the time to buy a Cordoba here in Southern California, because now Cordoba is priced to give you the value you've been looking for. You see, it's the end of the model year at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, so if you
see
purchase
this?
a Cordoba
Your
now,
voice
you get
and
an
his
excellent
voice
deal
don't
on
do
the
it
Cordoba
for
you
me.
want.
Owen's voice does it for me all day long.
Experience Cordoba
By this
now when it's
Chrysler,
such an
you have a baby in the back seat.
No. Talk normal, you'll be fine. Jesus.
Eat a burrito in the
Yes.
back.
Rich Corinthian leather.
New Yorker screams burrito in the back.
If you spill the
That was
lime
a World
juice-
Star video.
Burrito in the back.
New Yorker screams burrito in the back. And it's on a Subway. It's just people trying to buy a ticket for Subway. And there's a guy just going, burrito in the back! Motherfucker, burrito in the back!
Oh, God.
World Star!
World Star. All right.
Different video, by the way.
All right. Let me get through this real quick.
I'm sorry, I will
No,
not
that's
shit on it.
you shit on it all you want. I'm just
Shit on it. Shit on the shit on it.
I am laying groundwork for a show we're going to do in a couple of weeks. That's all I'm doing. So Tom Reed, he's been championing this for a while, and he actually got the state and the community to recognize this, and I guess on the National Registry in America, it is recognized as a.
He can't go 100 feet within a park.
No. It is recognized as a UFO event. They don't know what it is, but they know the government recognizes that something happened here.
Right.
And he was able to get a monument
Was
put
it
up.
the Special Olympics?
No. Well, yeah. Well,
Different kind of event?
Yeah.
Hey, look, spaceship.
little gray guys that couldn't talk. They had oversized eyes and they drooled. He got a something erected there, and the
An erection.
well, that might have happened.
Boner? Is that better? No. Okay.
The city officials, some of them don't like the UFO story and stuff.
No.
Yeah, you really.
So they
Do
took
they-
down the
is
monument.
In the
Did they
middle
think
of
it
the
seems silly?
yes, in the middle of the night, they went to this bridge, this location, which you can see on the Unsolved Mysteries episode. In the middle of the night, they took down the monument, and I don't think they've put it back. They might have, but this is this guy's lifelong work, the story, and making it known, and he finally gets a monument put up, and then the government officials come in the middle of the night and take it down. And I think the story they gave him was, we're doing manicuring the lawn and stuff, and we had to take it down until we get it done, and it hasn't been put up yet. So it's been like a year. So I think that's pretty fucking shitty.
They're
So
like, this dude will not shut up. Give him his fucking statue and
give it for a few days,
once
and we'll
it's
take
up,
it away.
Yeah, we'll tell the yard guys, you know what? On the night shift, go ahead and take the statue down, put it in the closet, and tell them that we're putting it back up when we're done mowing.
But here's the thing: this guy has fans like crazy. So when he was telling this like fucking story about how they moved it and he can't get it back and doesn't know where it went, I like go on his Facebook page and go, "Hey, Tom, maybe aliens took it." You know, I'm making a joke. That was the wrong fucking thing to do because he
No,
has
it
like
was
these.
not.
He has these fucking fans that just tore me apart. They're like, "You're just horrible." I'm like, grow a sense of humor. Maybe that's why they haven't abducted you because you guys suck. But anyway. We might have him on here to talk about the monument, to talk about.
I'm sure if he listens to this, he'll be eager.
He will. Look, I'm sure he will. You talk about his experience. I want to know a little bit more about that. And what are you guys laughing at?
She tried to pick up your pen for you and couldn't make it all the way down. She looked at me like can you do it? Like someone that ran a marathon and they're like 5 feet. They're 5 feet from the finish line. And they collapse and they can't finish it and all the people run by them. That's the look she just gave me trying to pick up your pen.
The best part is I really didn't need the pen right now. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right.
That's love.
So hopefully,
Heartburn, man. The heartburn is killing me.
hopefully we'll have him on in not too distant future.
Hopefully.
Whatever. This Grey Goose is kicking my ass.
It is, man.
No.
That's what we're gonna blame it on.
Listen,
We switched it up. It's
you
not
make fun of
Saturday.
everything that I fucking say all the time, and also correct me all the fucking time, so I get to make fun of you now.
All right, no problem. Before we
Yes.
take a break, I have one thing to play for you.
But I'm
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I promised you to.
Yeah, third segment, we do Bushy, like.
Oh, Bush.
Remember, it's Britt and Bushy does some stuff too. But do you got the one there that's the little
do-
high pitched one that's
do
kind
what
of
they do?
Christmassy? Yeah, that they kind of say some stuff too.
Yeah, I have that. I don't think we mentioned her at that.
Cue it up.
All right, it's on. Hold on. Yeah, it's coming. Let's-
That's Pop Culture Radio Show is the best thing ever. There's also a guy named Bushy who's the stuff too.
Man.
That's my favorite one.
No. The last one we just did was pretty fucking. This one.
Well, I have a couple of things to talk about.
It's so in and that's Pop Culture Radio Show. It's really good and doesn't blow this. Also Bushy and Boston too, they do what they do.
We're very modest. We're really good. Really good.
And we do
I
what
can
we
clip
do.
that and sell that to Kylie Minogue, and we'll become huge in fucking Australia.
All right.
It is so awesome that we all got our own cartoon pictures and the cool borders. And
It is.
It is really neat.
Dirt, you've done a lot of great stuff, and I can't tell you how much I
I
appreciate
feel so
it.
much more important than I should right now.
Before we go over to Boston Brit and we hear some Boston Disney news stuff.
And also my reviews on a movie and a documentary.
Oh, I'm not going to get to do the booty clapper anyway.
Somebody's taking over.
There goes my segment. Catch one load. Get whatever you want.
I have caught hundreds from this boy, sir.
Only one that worked.
Only one took.
Yeah.
It's like I went to a fertility doctor. It's like, hey, what am I doing wrong? Hey, you gotta stop swallowing this shit.
Never stop.
All right. Before we go to your segment, honey, in 1962, this happened. A very famous birthday song.
Of course.
Yeah.
The most famous.
Happy birthday.
Who is this, Bushy?
Marilyn Monroe.
Birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Was she on drugs when she was singing
And
this?
then,
Yes.
bam, she got whacked.
It was a few days later, or weeks later, right?
She got the phone call from Robert Kennedy to leave both him and John Kennedy alone. And then she fell into her deep depression for like a week and cut it off.
Allegedly.
So she killed herself.
Drug wise,
Allegedly.
yes.
Yeah, nobody
But
told her.
no,
You
there's
can't die off of drugs.
there's so many conspiracies
That's not
swirling
true, everybody
around.
listening. That's not true. Not you, him.
No. There's so many conspiracies swirling around her death because of how much information the Kennedys talked about in front of her.
The dead Kennedys?
Well,
they are now,
they're all
yeah.
dead.
There's a holiday in
few-
Cambodia. Yeah.
There's a few not dead right now.
Did you know also 25 years later the first patent and the only one that I know of was issued for keeping a human head alive.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a
yeah?
patent out there like that. So.
They figured that shit out.
I guess.
Too bad
called
Disney died
ice.
too late.
I know before they said, hey, this isn't ethical, one guy actually cut a head off of a dog, stitched it to another dog, and it stayed alive for 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Huh.
Yeah. And then they said, this shit's weird. We're going to stop doing this kind of testing.
Oh, why'd you stop?
I know, right? I mean, we could...
If you could have, if you know that my body is riddled with something like cancerous that's going to kill me, I'm stage 4. I'm
Riddle
not going
me
to
this.
I'm not putting your head on my body.
Can I
Take my
stitch the head of my dick to Megan Fox? And how long will it stay alive?
Oh my god!
And how hard will it be for her to walk a red carpet with
In those
said
high
head of my
heels.
dick stitched to Megan Fox? I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
So, yeah, all right. All right. I think we've stalled long enough. I think this is the part that most everybody has been waiting
Wait,
for.
no. It's our second segment. We got a third segment left.
Yeah,
Let's
this,
take
this is the second segment,
Yes.
bro.
Yes. All right. We need to take a quick break. Let's regroup. We come back.
Boston
Brit. Bushy Booty Clapper.
Then we wrap it up with Bushy. Yeah. Wrap it
Yeah,
up
we
with
do.
Bushy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third segment. All right. So I did pull a song for you because I thought this was fitting.
Yoink.
Thong, 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 thong.
Have you ever heard of a man named Mojo Nixon?
I've heard of
have
him. I
now.
never heard of
Was
anything. that he
Richard's brother.
No. No. This man is a
Y'all know Dick's brother Mojo.
this man is a hero of the alt country scene in Texas for going on 40 fucking years. But
Mojo and Dick.
Mojo Nixon had a song called UFOs, Big Rigs, and Barbecue.
Oh no!
the Mojo.
Ties in
you
perfectly
know.
to my life.
This was written for Owen.
Yeah.
Put your pants back on, Owen. God.
It's about
And he says he's not a redneck.
big rig.
Well, he's not a redneck. He doesn't work hard enough to do.
I'm a hairy neck.
Heading down to Houston once again. They're the scenes of shooting right across
This is what you listen to when you're smoking meth looking for aliens.
Yeah.
with one big eye.
I think they're coming.
On the Corinthian leather.
You're listening to Pop Culture Radio.
Corinthian leather on their plane is worth like more than gold.
Spaceman smoking sounds sort of funny. Kinda like a Yankee banker, all out of money. You know what he told me? He said, well, UFOs are big rigs. They come from outer space. Stopping off at the truck stop Earth. Looking for some food to eat. Can't get no green waiting. And don't expect to send a card. Oh, I know you got the right, but I still ain't got the night.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. Woo! Because of what we were talking about before, I just had to play this song. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is We're Not From This Planet by Moonmen from Mars, one of my other bands.
I've heard about this group. I heard they're pretty good.
I mean, we try.
Y'all are gonna shit in a couple years.
You're in that group?
I mean, maybe not.
Y'all are gonna shit when a couple years from now you find out I'm an alien. I
Yeah.
was just making fun of you so you wouldn't below my cover.
That's fine. That explains a
My
lot.
brain's actually down here.
This song is about is
I
about
knew you were
abducting
smart.
people.
There's a lot of brain. There's a whole lot of brain in there.
All right, this is the last segment. We're a little buzzed, and by we I mean me.
I think there's 3 of you that might be.
And just because she let me impregnate her and whatever, she gets her own segment here. So
I do not get my own segment. I get a little bit of a segment.
Wait a minute, do I gotta get pregnant now?
we can try.
If you want more of a segment on the show, I think you know the answer to that.
I didn't realize that was the parameters we had.
You don't want to know what Dirt had to do
there
to
a
be
form?
co-host,
Is there a
okay?
Listen, let me tell you. You don't know what I had to do at the Plaza Resort and Spa in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Oh,
Just telling you.
I don't even remember that, but
Nothing good is ever done there.
Funny as, hold on. Just quick. Funny thing is, the News Junkie Discord, it's all listeners of the News Junkie, and they do every now and again. It'll pop up on my phone, so I follow the Discord because playing in Sabrina's band and being part of the show of News Junkie. Every now and then it'll pop up and look like shots and swats, which means it's like, hey, video chat. Everyone who's on right now, if you're doing a shot or taking a swat, let's all fucking video chat. And I ran into a man named DJ Rage. Do you remember DJ Rage?
DJ Rage, yes.
Soul Brother Kevin's DJ?
Yeah, he's like a Hispanic guy or something, right?
He was in the fucking chat, and he was like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, Rick from Omnibus. And he's like, oh my God. Yeah, he was Soul Brother Kevin's DJ back when we were doing all those shows.
What is he doing now?
I have no idea. We didn't
DJ
talk about
Rage.
that. We just talked about like all the crazy stories of shit that happened when we were together.
Dude, his name was DJ Rage, and that was about the time that the Rage XFL was out, and I'm like, you got a connection here, but it never happened, and I guess I'm not that good as a manager. Anyway.
Are we going to hear some Disney shit or what?
I got a couple
Or is it
of
Boston
things to
shit?
talk. Disney, Boston, and then I got a movie
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
and
to
a
assume.
documentary.
Wait a minute. I got some music for you, honey, if we're going to start your theme.
Okay.
You ready? Oh,
Yeah.
Dirt, is my computer up? Boot me up. I would just like to say Disney is awesome. I enjoy it. Awesome is a weird word for Disney, but it's a lot of fun. And I know we don't get political, but whatever the governor is doing with Disney, just let Disney be Disney, please, Mr. Ron D. Codfish.
Captain Hook.
I don't know.
I love
that whole Reedy Creek district. If you ever work construction, that's a interesting.
Well, yeah, you got to do it to Disney specs, sure, right?
I mean, it's not a bad thing, necessarily,
Yeah.
but it's just interesting. Is all I'm gonna say.
All I know is I want the Disney to put more money here, more jobs here, all that stuff. And the whole gay thing is stupid. Just leave it alone, Governor of Florida, man. I know you want to be president, but that's not the way to fucking get president.
It's been around for a while now.
I'm just saying, if you
I
want
like
to be
that you're
president,
not being political.
I'm just saying, love Disney, Mr. Ron.
I'm not getting
DeCodfest.
I'm not getting political. Fuck the.
I say
governor.
we usually don't get political, but
Oh.
I'm saying, Mr. Ron DeSantis, if you want to be president, you got to stroke Disney's dick a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. Stop fighting with Disney. Let them build whatever the fuck they want, how they want to work it. They haven't killed too many people.
They're creating
maybe
more
it's not-
jobs for Florida. My God.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, when people go, hey, let's not be political, but I mean, maybe it's not political when you're just a raging cocksucker.
Well, I mean,
And it doesn't matter if you hold a political office or not, but if you're a raging cocksucker, you're a raging cocksucker. Just saying.
I don't know what he does in his mouth or what he sucks on, but
Oh no, cocksucker's not a gay thing. It's like a
cod sucker. A cod sucker.
No, it's like this. Like if I ask you, if I thought, like, long as we've known each other, Owen.
Yeah.
If I thought, like, what's the one thing I could say to Owen to
It'll
make
piss me
Owen know that that this is like the worst thing I could say about him, and if that guy was maybe a governor who had been a Marine,
Yeah.
at
yeah.
one point, and I could say something that would like really like set his head on fire, then I mean that's only the reason why I went
Well,
there.
here, I would like to think that anybody in a political office like that starts out with, wanting to do good. But I think he got the taste of possibly being president, the most powerful man in the world, and it goes to your fucking head. And
You know what? You take your segment back, Britt. You don't let them hijack this shit. I want to hear
This
about
is-
Disney.
Hey, I'm
is
just
Disney
saying, like,
related.
listen. If your campaign videos to become governor of Florida involve you reading your children bedtime stories about the triumphs of President Trump,
what? Really?
oh,
Yeah,
look him up.
they do.
Yeah,
That's
look him
real?
up. Look him up. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
they do.
Like, yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
But
Yeah.
Trump hates him.
Now.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Politics suck. Forget
It's
everything
like
I
wrestling.
said.
It's like wrestling. It's like wrestling. It's like they were fucking great. They were a
How did
tag
we get on
team.
wrestling?
They were it's
Better than
I'm telling you.
politics.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Wrestle away.
I'm telling you. It's like wrestling. It's like they were a tag team going, "Fuck yeah, we're the best ever." And then there's like turn around and there's like, "Oh my god, he tagged the other guy in." Fuck him! Now we're enemies.
In this corner, we have Trump and DeSantis versus Mickey Mouse. The other guy,
But politics
so
is
stupid.
just professional wrestling.
It is. It is exactly that.
But all right.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
saying. I'm bummed about the whole big.
Really? Yeah, I get it, yeah.
but
Okay,
anyway,
so
all right.
we remember the year that Walt Disney World opened down here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
19 something, right?
Well, yes.
I don't remember it because I
No.
wasn't alive, but yes, I know what you mean.
664.
1971 is the year that it opened down here.
Oh, I
Okay?
should have known that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I apologize.
so in 1973, a couple of things opened. They opened Tom Sawyer Island and the rafts that go to it.
Great.
The Plaza Swan boats also opened, and the second Liberty boat, riverboat, also premiered.
There's only one that goes around there.
Yeah, but
Do you
I
think-
think
do you
they
think-
had two at one point in time back
One
in
sunk.
73, and now
You think DeSantis likes riverboats?
maybe.
I think
I think he likes the movie Song of the South.
Moving on.
I'm sorry.
He wants to be on that boat.
A cool thing that I found out in 1999. So I guess we had some problems with Siberian forces.
Siberian.
No, Siberian.
totally different.
What the fuck is Siberian?
I don't know. I didn't completely look it up, but
It's definitely not Siberian though. It's Siberian.
well, yeah, I spelled it Serbian.
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 Serbian. Again, I'm from Massachusetts. We don't pronounce anything right. Moving on.
You're having my baby.
We had 3 of our armed force members captured by the forces there on March 31st.
They're from the United States.
The United States.
Can we turn his mic off? Anyways, and in 1990, this all happened in 1999, and Disneyland hosted our members to come back, and it was the first time they set their feet on soil in America since they were captured.
Really?
Yes.
Disney. This is the first.
Yeah, that was the first place they went was Disneyland.
Thursday morning was a bad morning for me because I got up. I'm like, I got to go to work. And I came out of the kitchen and I set my feet in soil. And I'm like, God damn it, do we let the dogs out in this house or not? Because my feet hit soil. Apparently it was better for them than it was for me. I didn't celebrate it.
Was your soil better than mine?
What a culture shock though. You know, you're over there. You're seeing the horrible things. You know, doing horrible things. Whatever.
Yeah, and then you come back to the happiest place on
I
earth
know,
in
what-
California.
It's not right. It's not that you need a time to decompress. You can't just be thrown into like a fake happy world, and then what happened the next day when they go back to reality? They go.
Well, you do realize that a lot of stuff has happened at Disney World and Disneyland, like the breakup of the Beatles. John Lennon signed the letter for that at Disneyland. Nixon gave his "I am not a crook" speech at the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
That's true.
So, and I think Cheetos or Doritos were made at one of the parks. I'm not exactly
well,
sure.
let's not tie Doritos and Cheetos into the breakup of the greatest band in the history.
I was about to say I had completely tuned.
And the biggest lie ever told on television.
I had completely tuned out
at that time
until she said Doritos and Cheetos.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what?
Okay. If there's some way that's tied to my home fucking turf here, I'm down.
I'm 40%
But
Cheeto.
I'm just saying, like,
I like that they gave Nixon the hall and not the main room.
Yeah.
yeah, I believe.
Like,
they
hey,
do.
hey, remember that joke you said about not being a crook? Tell that, and we'll have all your robotic counterparts behind you. This is gonna be fucking great. People are gonna share this on VHS and trade it around for years.
I am not an animatronic crook.
If he did give that speech in that room,
Abraham Lincoln behind him.
what's the chances?
Could you imagine?
What's the chances? Because if he didn't, he's a pussy. Because I would have. What's the chances he told me, "Hey, turn off the cameras for a minute," and he stuck his dick in Abraham Lincoln's mouth, and then got a picture of him and go, "Hey, check this out." You know, they're animatronics, but still, like I would have done it. I mean, like,
Of course you would have.
hey, look, watch me drag my balls like his fucking John Adams' forehead. Like, take a picture of this
Oh
real
my
quick.
God.
I'm in a
teabag
room
the
with all these
funeral.
animatronic presidents. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
All right, well, now we're switching.
Hey,
over
put me in that room right now. Put me in that room right now. I will make content for fucking days.
The
Put me
rich.
in the Hall of Presidents right now. I'll make content for days. I'm just saying. You got connections? Make it happen. Just saying.
Ben Franklin, watch out. Wait, he wasn't a
He
president.
has a rich Corinthian
No,
mother.
he was just a very rich guy who had buried
Obama,
children
watch
underneath
out.
Oh, gee.
his house. Did you hear about that?
Wait,
What?
His where he lived in London, they were doing I guess they were refurbishing it, like fixing it so it could be like a museum, but they found a bunch of like children's skeletons, and
Go ahead, keep talking.
they found a bunch of children's skeletons buried underneath his house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he also left $1 million to the city of Boston, to the city of Philadelphia, and the city of New York.
This is John
Who did
Ritter?
this?
Ritter?
No, this is
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Apparently, he was killing
Makes
kids.
sense. Well, listen, I remember being in the city of Boston and visiting the cemetery where Ben Franklin's parents are buried. It's right there in the center of town.
Yeah.
Also with John Hancock and Chris Pizzadix and Paul Revere and all of them. They're all there.
All right, going to Boston history. No.
Oh, we're done with Disney history?
Yeah, I'm done with
Aw.
Disney history.
No.
You told me to pay. You told me to say only certain ones. You didn't want me to. You said to
Well,
pay
there was-
attention to things that were
That
more
people care about.
interesting.
I was all geared up to talk about fucking more animatronic presidents. But
I've got one more Disney trivia, which you didn't
Okay,
do.
go ahead.
In 1928, what character first
Oh,
appeared?
yeah.
Goofy.
Nope.
No,
Pluto.
go ahead.
Nope. First appeared in a silent film.
The Rocketeer.
Nope. 1928.
Who was the mutant deaf one from Disney?
Mute and deaf one.
You said silent film.
Oh, god damn it. No.
They have a character for that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Steamboat Willie. That was whose first appearance?
Steamboat Willie's what happens when I go to a sauna.
Was it Mickey?
Close. All right. So,
So
yeah.
Mickey did appear in Steamboat Willie. Why would you say was it Mickey? Yeah,
No,
it's like,
no.
okay,
It
close to him.
It is credited as his first time in a cartoon.
Recognized.
However, that was his first cartoon that was recognized with sound. His actually that came out, Steamboat Willie, in November 1928. His real first appearance came out on the 15th of May 1928. It was a silent film called Plain Crazy. That was his real first appearance. They released it later in 1929 with sound, so that's why people don't recognize that as his first appearance. But I'm just saying, if you know, you can monetize like first appearance in movies,
Okay.
don't do Steamboat Willie. Mickey's first appearance was really a
Willie.
silent video or movie called Plain Crazy.
Because have I ever met like a chick in college and been like, "Hey, you ever had the old Steamboat Willie?" That's what it sounds like to me.
I did this month in Boston history.
Okay.
Boston history.
In 1830, on May 24th, Mary Had a Little Lamb is first published by a Boston firm. So
Really?
that goes with your book. Yeah.
Mary Had a Little Lamb. How's that go? Mary had a
Mary
little
had
lamb.
a little lamb.
That's where you gotta
little
sing it.
lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Its fleece was
followed-
white
Yes.
as snow.
And it followed her everywhere she
Everywhere
went.
she went. That doesn't count. Or that doesn't rhyme.
Buddy Guy had a very different version of the song.
How'd it go?
Oh, he was an old blues singer. Mary had. Oh man. Yeah. We'll play it later.
Mary had a little lamb and then a baby with fur later. I don't know.
So, in 1894, on May 14th, a fire in Boston's bleachers spreads to 170 buildings. And by the 16th, it destroys the South End grounds and pretty much destroys the baseball stadium and 200 other buildings.
Oh, so
Horribly.
a fire started in the baseball stadium and
Yes.
destroyed half the city.
Yeah. All of
right.
the South End.
1,400 square foot of Corinthian leather was destroyed.
They kept the team after this.
Well, yes, that was the Boston Bean Eaters, which was the National League.
The Boston Bean Eaters.
Well, we're known as Beantown, so
Which at one point was a derogatory term.
I was thinking.
But
a
here in
different way.
Boston, we turned it into something we can rally behind. You know what I mean? We had signs, fucking banners, fucking Live Strong fucking bracelets and all that shit. Like, we
Livestrong.
did it fucking right, kid. You
I was
won't even
thinking-
fucking know.
I was thinking more along the bean
Ecstasy.
flicker lines.
Oh, okay.
anyways,
I went straight
It's
to
Beantown. That's a place I want to go.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a place I want to go, but it's a place I've been before.
in 1899, on May 24th, the first auto repair shop opens in Boston.
Yay.
And they immediately start stealing cars and saying, we never know where it came from.
Exactly.
Chop it up. We got 4 different pieces. You can take these parts. We're chopping shit.
I have one that you're going to like, Dirt.
Okay.
1904, May 5th,
Baseball.
baseball. Cy Young pitches the first perfect game in modern baseball as the Boston Americans beat Philadelphia Athletics 3-0.
Oh, wow. That's fucking great.
And that's where we get the Cy Young Award. That the quotations were in the actual thing saying modern baseball. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's when they added the pitcher's mound because originally it was a flat surface.
Well,
and
there's a lot
nobody-
of things that were different. Modern
Yeah.
baseball, basically, modern baseball refers to the modern rules that we have now. So there used to be like, you could, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but this was a real rule back then. So if you hit a ground ball to me, right, and you're running to first base, I could literally peg you with the ball and you're out.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
You can't do that anymore?
No.
Oh.
No pegging on the field.
It's
I bet
basically,
you a
I'm
lot
going to
of people
throw a
got
rock at your head.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it was back then, though.
Yeah, the first pitcher to stand on a mound was named Ronald
Bean flicker.
Ronald Venus, and it was called the Mound Venus.
Oh, man.
No, never mind.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, it just gets worse the more I drink.
I have one more for baseball. Do you know where Babe Ruth retired?
Retired,
Like stopped playing altogether.
Boston.
Yes.
He played for the Braves his last
Yes.
season. Yeah.
And he hit his last 3 home runs in Pittsburgh against the Pirates.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was 1935, May 25th.
Rap.
And so here's the thing 1935. Hold on. I just want to say this because this is like worth noting. 1935, his last season playing baseball, he was already coughing up blood.
What?
while he was still playing.
What?
And he didn't die until 1948. So I'm just saying,
You can live a while.
medical shit has come a long way.
Yeah.
But when you can keep that hedonistic fuck alive for 13 more years and parade him around Yankee Stadium in a trench coat and honoring him for 13 fucking years, I don't know what was going on, but they had it.
Because he had money.
I'm going to start drinking. That's all I well, I mean, I'm going to kick it up a notch drinking. No, I'm just kidding. You got any more, dear?
No, I don't.
Was that it? That was wonderful.
it.
Thank you. Everybody, round of applause for Pregnant Lady. Best segment of the show's history ever.
Wow. I don't believe it. Oh, I do have a couple of other things to talk about, though.
Well, hold
that was
on.
done
You
for
missed
history.
one very important
What did I miss?
Massachusetts, not necessarily Boston. I don't think this was in Boston, but in 2014, something big happened on May 17th in Massachusetts.
What, we found the, oh no, that's 2013. Never mind.
No, 2004. Not 2014, 2004. I was a decade.
We won the
late.
World Series?
Nope, 2004. The first gay marriage happened in Massachusetts.
Oh, really? That's
Record.
I did not know that.
Yeah, according to the internet, that's what I read. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool because especially with this one, sometimes here the F word comes out a little bit, and you think people from Boston must like hate that kind of thing.
No, it's just
I know it's a word, it's a crutch, but sometimes when those crutches mean nothing to like 90% of the people, there's 10% of the people that it really, really fucking hurts, and those are the people that I think about a lot. So
Yeah, we care about other people's feelings.
not like you massholes.
Anyways, so we went and saw a movie.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Don't spoil anything.
I won't.
I
But
didn't realize we're still talking here.
you're an asshole.
I mean, you're talking about a story that we did.
I thought you were
I
done
will
with your
tell
fucking
you.
segment.
Just play my theme already.
I don't know if you understand. You finish this fucking segment, you
I
get
said I
gone,
still
right?
had two things to talk about.
She hasn't been here for months. She's making up for time.
It was a tearjerker.
Do you got wiener pictures?
I could show you some.
That little one right there?
Hey, little guy.
Can
How
we
you doing?
It's time to go on show.
can we post them?
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
Get out of that curtain there.
I didn't even
It was
think
really
about it until
good
just
movie.
now. I'm like, oh
Come
my
out
god.
the pouch.
It has two.
Her phone
two
must be-
egg clips.
She's still trying to talk about the movie. Yes,
Don't
Guardians,
spoil it.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was an excellent movie.
If I ever get a hold of your phone,
You're going to find pictures of comic books.
Dirt, you got that 3B.
Wait.
Well, I mean, when you're done.
Well, there's one
no,
more.
I'll pull that up.
Anna Nicole Smith
Yes.
documentary.
Yes.
I've watched it. I will say there are parts where I didn't realize that she was a certain way or wanted to be a certain way and not seen like people saw her. You know that she like
She wanted to be legit,
yeah.
but she just didn't have the mind for it. Or she
Exactly.
was on drugs so much that it kind of screwed her mind.
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
She wanted to be seen as smart, but she was dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The drugs
But-
made her dumb.
But she also wanted like the elderly guy that she married. She didn't want to be seen as a gold digger, even though he was like
Well,
buying
who
her houses
does?
and cars and whatnot.
Oh no! Don't look at me for what I am.
No, because she was like really trying to make it as like a model and whatnot, and then Playboy picked her up, and then she got the Guess Jeans modeling. Like nobody really thought
That
anybody
was
who
huge
knew
though
her.
when it happened.
Yeah, anybody who knew her kind of figured that it was never gonna happen, but she actually got it and like made a name for herself, and then married him. So it wasn't like she wasn't marrying him for his money. Like they really loved each other. They really like matched well.
No way.
You know.
I don't believe it.
Right.
I don't
Well,
believe it.
that's what they like.
Of course
People
they do.
around her said about
What
her
are they
and
gonna
his
say?
relationship. I don't know. She's dead
Oh,
now.
they were so good together.
Oh yeah,
It's like
but
once somebody dies, everybody
Dude,
loves them, and they were a pillar of the community.
No.
and-
You know what? It is sad.
Nobody ever says, let's help bring this looking woman back home to her family.
It's
No one ever
weird. It's
says
weird.
that.
You never see the 80-year-old mega rich guys marrying ugly women.
True.
But if they want to stay mega rich, I'm just saying.
You know what? If I was a mega
Figure
rich
it out.
guy, and I didn't have a loving relationship, which I'm totally happy with right now. If I was a mega rich guy with millions of dollars, I would go find an ugly chick and then surgerize her up, make her hot, and then she'd appreciate
I
you
thought you were
forever.
going to say hire to find someone hot.
Surgerizer. No, hold on. Hold on. Everyone shut the fuck up. He just says surgerizer up.
Is that not a word?
If that's not one of your rapper cap names,
Right.
fuck you.
I'm
No,
surgerizer.
It's surgerizer.
Surgerizer up in the motherfucking house.
Surgerizer sounds like a boss in a video game.
Exactly.
Sonic the Hedgehogger.
I don't
Sonic
even
the
think.
Hedgehogger.
I think she got.
What do you
her
do,
boobs
dude?
Done.
Fucking hedgehogger.
I'm the
I'm
head.
a fucking hedgehogger.
I'm the head hedgehogger.
I think Anna Nicole Smith got her boobs before she met him, though.
I'm the hedgehog
Okay.
in charge.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say
Sounds good to me.
she was making a lot of money, dancing.
No.
I don't know if I should tell this story now.
Yes. That means yes. You can edit it.
Fuck it, I'll tell it. So during the trials after she had passed away, when they were trying to decide like who was the father and all that shit was going
Yeah,
on.
Howard Stern was.
Okay, so I was on the air that day with Shannon Burke and Soul Brother Kevin, and we were talking about something else completely. And I just remember SBK sitting next to me, and he had a lollipop, and he was in his mouth, and we were talking this whole conversation. And in the background, we always had a TV in the studio and had CNN on, and they were playing the clip of Anna Nicole Smith when she was like all fucked up. She had her face painted in clown makeup, and she was talking to I can't remember his name. It was Howard K. Stern.
Yeah.
Howard, yeah.
And she was talking to him, and she was way fucked up. And Kevin, like in the middle of like what we're talking about, he just pulls his lollipop. His mouth. He goes, "That's cool. I love insane clown pussy." and then we had to dump it, and go to break. And I just remember that moment. Yeah.
Well, you know that
beautiful.
she tried to deny the actual father, and that's why she went to the Bahamas.
Larry Burkhead. Yeah.
Yeah, she went to the
Wasn't
Bahamas.
Howard K. Stern?
No, it's Larry Burkhead.
The only reason why, it was Howard K. Stern is because in the Bahamas, whoever signs the birth certificate,
He was her attorney.
is the father. So because he was in the Bahamas with her when she gave birth to Danny Lynn,
Or birth.
he signed the birth certificate as the father. But in reality, DNA-wise, she wanted to get her husband.
So-
she was widowed, so she was
Wait
trying
a
to
minute.
get the money for her daughter from the family.
When you pass this baby out, if Bushy signs the paperwork,
Not in America.
okay. all
I
right.
don't think it works in the
I ain't
Bahamas
signing
anymore
shit.
either.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, if I refuse to sign it, then I don't have to take care of it.
DNA says you do.
Okay. When does that happen?
Who's Dina?
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I can't wait. I'm happy and excited about this baby. And I know this baby's going to be awesome. And this baby might even like rap music. And speaking of rap music, I think it's time to wrap it up with Bushy. So,
Maybe so.
I'm sorry, baby. I got to move this along. I want to go home.
Dirt,
and go
play me
sleep.
that sweet 3B.
Junk in the wake call the crew. At 3B debris removal. Call 321-263-969-7.
3B Debris Removal is your trusted solution for all your junk and debris removal needs in Orlando, Florida. We provide fast and effective debris removal services. Whether it's construction waste, yard waste, storm debris, or a whole house full of junk, we will safely and responsibly remove it for you. Our top priority is to leave your property clean and clutter-free. Contact us today for a no-obligation on-site estimate and experience the best debris removal guys in town. I almost made it. For some reason, I tried to do Experience the best debris removal guys in town. The nicest junk removal guys in town. 3B Debris Removal. That's at 321-263-9697. 321-263-9697. 3B Debris Removal, the name you can trust for a cleaner, greener, junk-free Orlando.
The company we'll be using, God forbid, whenever your mom passes away to clean out her house.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
We got that, Ron. As soon as somebody dies, you got a job.
She's a hoarder.
I mean, listen, there's always something to look forward to.
No, I was freaking out about this today.
Yeah.
So,
There's a bright lining to every
stress,
cloud.
anxiety about it.
Okay, rapper cap for this week.
I'm down with this. I beat Dirt last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago?
I think you
tied. I think you tied.
That counts as a win
Hold
for
up.
me.
So we got, hold up, I got to put a spot for Britt. Owen.
Brittany, Owen, Dirt.
Okay. I fuck this up every time anyway. All right, first we got Looney Baby. Looney Baby, rapper cap.
We'll start off with the girl.
No, you go left to right always.
Oops.
I'm going to say Cap.
All right.
Looney Tunes is a real thing.
Looney Baby.
I'm saying Looney Tunes is a real thing. And this guy, if it is a real rapper, was probably watching Looney Tunes when he was a baby, and it just stuck that you're a loony baby.
I'm so glad that you have to explain the name out for
this
us.
This is my favorite part of the game is Owen talking it out like he's solving the puzzle on Wheel of Fortune.
I am. Totally. This is what it is. So I'm going to say this is a rap. This is a real rapper. He got the nickname Looney Baby because when he was a baby, he would watch Looney Tunes all the time.
I love that there's a backstory now for all these people.
There's going to be.
Dirt, what are we doing? Rap or cap?
Cap.
One rap, two caps.
Owen's right.
Boom!
Looney Baby is real.
I'm focusing on the 1/3 of me for my black dad, and he knows exactly what's rap and what's not.
Oh, jeez.
The next one we got is Julio Fulio. Or Julio.
Oh my God,
Julio
dude,
Fulio.
really?
Rap.
I'm okay. No, I'm saying this is fake because it sounds too much like in The Wedding Singer. Julia was going to get married to Robbie Hart, and she wanted to get married to him, but she was getting married to the other guy whose last name was Gulia, so she was going to be Julia Gulia. And she started crying, and Robbie Hart came by the window, looked up there, and saw her crying, and thought she was happy, so he didn't make the move. Anyway, great movie. I'm going to say cap. That's fake. You copied Wedding Singer.
Dirt, rapper, cap. Julio Fulio.
I think it's rap.
2 raps, 1 cap. Owen's winner.
That is rap. He's
God,
from Jacksonville.
Both of you.
Well, you guys are tied
From
now.
Jacksonville? So then all logic goes out the window. It's Jacksonville.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, you guys are tied now. Everybody's tied.
All right,
you got
all right,
one.
all
You
right.
got one.
Make sure these are odd numbers.
All right. Next, we got Sada Baby. Sadababy.
That sounds too much like
That's what
I'm
Michael
gonna say it's rap if you have to spell it for me.
That's what Michael Jackson went to jail for.
Sada Baby.
I think that was the actual the Latin term.
You got my answer right.
That was the Latin term for it.
What'd you
Rap.
say? What'd you
I
say?
said rap.
I'm going to say Cap because I hope to God that's not a real name. Cap.
Dirt.
Rich Corinthian Leather.
Rich Corinthian. That's my rap name.
That's going to be my rap name. Rich Corinthian Leather. I don't know. I think that's Cap. I think this got to be Cap.
Cap.
That is rap.
Bad. The girl's beating us.
He spelt it for you. Literally spelt what the word was.
There's a rapper called Sodomy Babies.
Hey, they're drunk enough by this point in the show.
No. I'm just saying. Listen, hold on. That's not. That's
Sada
not.
Baby.
I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is,
It does.
all you have to do is a little tweak here and there, and then we have a viral clip on our hands. And I wish you wouldn't stop me from that. That's what I'm saying.
His name is Sada Baby.
Sada Baby.
What if they're doing the rap song and somebody says, who that is? He goes, Sada me,
Us.
baby. Sada me, baby.
Or somebody goes,
Sada me,
You never
baby.
say Sada me, baby.
or Columbo comes up and go, hey, there's a baby that's been missing from a block. Any chance you've seen a baby around? He goes, Yeah, that's Sada, baby.
Or we go back to biblical times and says, who's the real mother? We can't decide. Let's saw that baby.
I love you guys so much.
Yeah. So, all right. So right now.
I'm in the lead.
Right
By
now,
one.
yeah, Britt's in the lead.
Yeah,
by
okay.
one.
All right.
All right. Next we got
Bobby.
Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Smyrna.
Shmurda.
No.
Shmurda.
I know that guy.
Rap.
No. I'm going to say Cap. He plays for the Devil Rays.
No.
It's a real rapper?
Yeah, it's a real rapper. I know. I've heard. I've listened to tracks from. Yeah.
I figure some of these I realize are a little bit more mainstream, but I know Owen doesn't know them. So I figure if Owen doesn't know him, at least 5 other people know.
This guy, I swear, is a third baseman for the Devil Rays, right?
I mean, it could be, but it's not.
When I was single the first time in 2008, 2009, I used to have a friend that says, would come up to me and say, like, we'd go out to a club or something, he goes, hey, you tell that girl over there you're third baseman of the Astros. And I'm like, why? Like, he goes, do you know who the third baseman of the Astros are? I go, no. I go, neither does she. So, yeah, I mean,
that guy was giving you solid advice.
I know. I tried it once, and the girl looked
Yeah.
at me like, you're not an athlete, motherfucker. And I'm like, you're
Well,
right.
that's because she could see you at the time.
I know. I need to start catfishing. All right.
Last one.
Back then, I needed to start. Not now. Not now. I love you. I'm pregnant.
One more, and then we got the booty clapper.
Okay, please, one more.
The last one is Goin' Slide. Goin Slide.
I'm
Goin'
gonna
Slide.
say Cap.
No, I'm going to. Okay. Going to slide.
If I'm
Quit
going
being
slide,
sober.
Going to slide.
it's
All right.
not good for anyone.
Yeah.
You
If I'm going slide,
This only works if everybody's drunk.
I made poor food decisions that day.
You spelled it out. So by her logic earlier, if you spell something out, it's automatically true. So, and she said Cap, and if I say rap, she's still 2 ahead of me. Nothing I do with it. Rap. 3 times rap.
Dirt.
Dirt. Goin' Slide.
I think it's wrapped.
That's the one I made up.
Oh, shit balls.
See, you gotta go by also the logic of nothing else was Cap.
You leave me alone. I don't like this when you're making fun of me.
Technically, she has 2 brains right now.
I know. No, she's like way smarter when we're not all shit-faced.
But listen, at some point, I hope you guys understand, we're going to make a parody mixtape of all the names of these guys that he's made up. And every track is going to be fucking gold, and we're going to go viral at some point here.
All right, so you're going to like this, Owen, because Sada Baby is actually the booty clapper of the night. With the song, A Pimp Named Drip Dat.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Cash had a co-writing credit on this.
Drip Dat and Sodoming Baby.
No,
'Cause I know you
Sada
will.
Baby. And A Pimp Named Drip Dat.
Cause I know you will. Ayy. Like I won't do no hate, cause I know you will. 2 hoes with me, Lou will. Big bankroll, all new bills. About to buy a real, cost me 2 mil. About to get you dropped, that don't cost nothing. Cost syrup in my pop still don't cost nothing. If it ain't no weight, I ain't lost nothing. I don't do no waiting, bitch, I'm boss bumming. Fuck is wrong with dog, he must be off something. Can't tell what he on, but bet I off something. Like soon as he gets started, bet I stop it. We got sticks in the party playing hockey. We got pills in the party, Bill Cosby. Man, bitches in the trap hotel lobby. Drugs, then I dance with the Bobby. Beyonce with this can getting body. Ayy, ring the alarm on them. We gon' bear arms on them. Brand new ARs on them. Drink out the farm on them. Chops out the car on them. My chops ain't borrowed them. Hot shots in all of them. You niggas can't call on them. I ain't relied on them. They lucky. I just don't wake up and slide on them. No apologies. I done made up my mind on them. Never rose gold chain on my neck. You just shine on them. Got them things on the plane. Just touch down on them. We gon' keep that smile on us. Just to keep that frown on them. Might knock some pounds off. You keep talking down on us. Hit me some activists. Relax. I ain't lounge on them. Put them hoes to work. Ay, give me all
I feel like I'm being scolded in school. Like I did something wrong.
I don't get this
So it's funny, this guy actually reminds me of E40 because he's almost got a very sarcastic. Like he's trying to be a little funny with it. He's good, but he's trying to be sarcastic to a point in his sound, and that reminds me of E40. E40 always kind of sounded like sarcastic to me. I mean, the name of the song is A Pimp Named Drip Dad.
Life ain't easy for a pimp named Drip Dad. Oh, it falls in prison. I was a pimp named Drip Dad, and I'd roll on down the line. I'm going to rewrite this and record this as Johnny Cash doing A Pimp Named Drip Dad. I can't promise I'll do all the words he does, because if I did, I'd probably have a real big problem. But
Are you sure his name isn't Soda Baby?
S-A-D-A.
Oh, S-A-D-A.
S-A-D-A.
Sada Baby.
Sad Baby.
If I was
Sada Baby.
If I had a baby, I'd be sad.
A Sad Baby.
Sad baby.
Sada Baby.
I'm not gonna be sad. I'm gonna enjoy this baby for the first few hours.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me.
It's so funny. The other day, I was jumping from game to game, and I had the thought, I was like, maybe it's good I don't have a kid. Like, my attention span is not that long to be interested in somebody. 18 years? Come on.
No, I think it's more like 4 or 5 years, and then they take care of themselves after that, right?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. But I will keep you guys updated on the hell that
You
is
just
my
gotta
life.
get more. You just gotta get more baby mamas, and they share the responsibility.
I told him that most likely the princess is going to ask for him to do tea parties and dress up and let me do your hair and makeup.
No. If she has a smartphone, she won't want to talk to him at all.
That's fine, as long as I'm not at the wing house, right? Or the strip club.
Oh man,
I can only hope. I can only hope. I'm sorry to wish this on you, but I can only hope that you guys have the kid, and then all of a sudden you kind of have a breakdown, and you're just like, you every lunch you're at Wing House, and then every evening you're at Rachel's, and you just like, you wear Umbros.
I'm gonna have to make a lot more money to do that. So I mean. Last time I went,
were you not listening to Dirt earlier? $5.
I hear what he's saying, but the last time I went to a strip club, I think I was in where was I? I was in El Paso, Texas. Yeah, I was doing a job in Mexico, and I was staying in El Paso, and me and this other guy were like, let's go to this strip club, which is right around the corner, and so we do, and I'm like the classic Mark. She grabbed my hand, held me around, and led me right to the ATM, and I got a lot of cash out, which I did not leave with.
Here, honey, what's your pin? Here, I'll put that card in.
Pretty much, it happened like that, but she did
Here, slide it in my butt crack.
Your drink is bouncing so much.
Okay, well, let me drink that real quick. She gave me two songs, and she pulled it was cold there that time. She pulled my sweater up and rubbed her hoo-ha on my chest. And I was like, this is not sanitary. I wonder who else.
I straight had 2 times had him put it right on my nose. I was like, oh.
And do you not think, like, for a second?
Notice how he said 2 times.
Yeah, no, 2 separate incidents.
Because those 2 separate incidents are burned into his fucking memory.
So there might have been a period of time where I was traveling, before I started my tile business, where I was traveling as an apprentice, and I was at the whim of the journeyman that I was working for.
Of course, that's how it always is.
He may have been a strip club addict making $300,000 a year in the,
a strip club addict.
Oh no, dude,
making
this guy
$300,000 a year.
Yeah, no,
which is exactly how much money. Because I looked it up. You have to make
to be a strip club
addict.
It's actually $290, but he had a little bit extra.
Because it's 3 for you, 1 for me, and the math checks out. The math checks out. That's how much it has to be.
And he was one of the guys like, if it's not full nude, it's not a strip club.
Well, but he's right on that. Yeah. Listen, let's not dismiss everything the man said.
He was a fun guy. If you ran out of money and he wanted to stay, he wouldn't just like leave you there. He'd be like, "Oh, here's $100."
My
If I can't
get away
see
from me! I'm getting a
5
hand
o'clock
job.
shadow, if there's not 5 o'clock shadow involved, am I really here? I'm just saying.
My first adventure into a strip club, it was my second time, but this is the first time that I ever actually got a lap dance and like did something. And by something, I mean go to the back room. The lady sat me down.
In a rich Corinthian leather chair.
No, it looked like a bed, but it was hard as fuck. It was like wood or something. It had a blanket on it or something. And
Let's use your wipe the.
That was a penis.
she laid me down. She started taking her clothes off and straddled me.
How I love to lay you down and whisper pretty love's words in your
No. She didn't listen.
Lay you down.
She didn't
lay you down.
No, what she whispered was not like sexy at all. She got on top of me, straddled me.
Do you have $20 more?
No, she got down to my ear. She goes, "You can touch whatever you want, but touch my pussy and I break your fucking fingers." And I was fucking scared to like move at all. She's like, "You can grab my ass if you want and pull it open." I'm like, "I'd rather not move, man."
Ma'am! Excuse me, ma'am. You're dripping on me.
I don't know. Like the whole, I mean,
I'm going to get my white shorts dirty.
Look, it might make me a little like less toxic masculine, I should say, if I go to a strip club and a naked girl dances all over me and I can't fuck her at the end of the night. It's like I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to waste my fucking money. I'd rather go to a bar, spend $30 on beer, and maybe get so drunk I fuck a fatty. I mean, no big deal. I mean,
you are a gentleman.
Thank you. Thank you. I help out a fatty. I don't lose a ton of money. I mean,
you're helping yourself too. There,
exactly.
buddy.
I am that fatty.
Little fatty on fatty.
Yeah. Luckily, I found a hot chick that kind of likes the chub. I don't know whether she's.
You gotta watch it. You rub guns together too fast to start a fire.
Oh man, it'd be like a fucking. I think there's a Boy Scout. There's a Boy Scout patch you can get for that.
My gun lighting.
Okay, move. Let the sparks go.
Gun friction. Which is also a Tarantino film that never got funded.
Blow on the belly hair.
There's a certain smell that comes up right before it ignites. And it's like, oh. Right about now, boom.
It's called disappointment and sadness.
It's a salty smell.
Babe, you are sexy and intelligent and
I love you too. And I love
together.
The only reason that you're so into me is because we're both so fucked up. And I appreciate that. I love you so much.
And so the rest of us who don't want to suck your cock right now, we have totally different stories to tell.
You guys are awesome. I know.
And I'm not saying that, Brittany, it's any great joy to suck this man's cock. I'm just saying, the fact that you've decided to do this with your life, the fact that you've decided to put your life in this, like, I have nothing but respect.
Well, okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. Every time my mother sends me a house, now she sends me houses all over Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Lake Nona. I'm like, Mom, let me explain something to you, okay? There's no St. Cloud or Kissimmee ever going to happen. Number one, straight up. And there's no
That's because
way.
you're intelligent, though, but go ahead.
You have all your teeth.
But no, wait. Going. I was also saying to her, there's no way that we're moving an hour away from Dirt or Damon or Daniel whatsoever because of away from Bushy. I'm sorry.
I don't know
because of the fact that if you do anything like that, Owen will never leave the house other than for work, and that is the only time he'll ever be able to see anybody is when he's in Orlando working. So that's not going to happen. I am not taking his friendships away from him. We are going to stay in a Popka, Orlando area.
And we're going to do this show.
That's a good woman.
We're going to do this show until we don't have to take breaks. because we're shitting in our own depends.
Time out. Why wasn't I part of this conversation about my future?
Would you not want the same thing? You want to live an hour away from Orlando?
No, it would stop it immediately. We wouldn't have a discussion. It would be like, no. Your mom would be like, I found this. No.
Well, that's what I do. I sit there and
Thank
say,
you.
no, we are not moving an hour away from his friends and family.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And
It's
thank
just not
you
happening.
so much for saying this. And I would like to turn it over to the great Conway Twitty right now because he would like to sing Owen a song about what you guys have been talking about all night long here. And I hope there are some panties that get soaked
Sing
like a
it to me.
motherfucker right now.
Sing it to me, Uncle Twitter. Or
Oh, is this the I See the One
Conway
too?
Twitty.
Or no?
Old Conway Twitty.
What's his
There's
name?
a lot of ways of saying what I want to say to you. There's songs and poems and promises and dreams that might come true.
Yeehaw!
But I won't talk of starry skies or moonlight on the ground. I'll come right out and tell you I'd just love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your
Find another show that you can go from the booty clapper to Conway Twitty.
I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling,
clapper.
how I'd love to lay you down.
This show, as fucked up as it is, it's a great representation of what's in my head.
Every time you come chill for a little bit at my house, I'm like, oh, there's other people as fucked up as I am. That makes it better.
That's what this show's all about. It's to let everybody else know that you are not the most weird, fucked up, odd person in the world. I'm here. Dirt's here.
Hey, we should paint our faces and start calling our fans juggalos.
I don't know. Most of us are. We're good enough without the makeup. I mean, we're pretty scary without the makeup, is what I'm trying to say.
I'd love to cover this up.
You have half of it. Look.
I know. As I strategically shade my face gunt.
Hey, all
Face
right.
Gun. Face Gun is my new punk band. And keep in mind, I have a lot of punk bands.
All right, guys. Are we wrapping this up?
I love you guys so
I think
much.
so. I think
All
we're
right.
done.
I need Taco Bell.
Bushy needs a pizza, a taco pizza, and
It's called a Mexican pizza.
whatever. I want to go get a Mexican pizza.
Let's
at
not
home.
fucking politicize this.
By Mexican pizza, I mean
It's
I
a
want-
pizza from a fast food joint that happens to.
We get you.
No. My Mexican pizza is this one over here, spread out on the bed with pepperoni all over.
Mexican pizza is not pepperoni.
Well, she's Mexican.
Pico de gallo or like carne asada.
I
Like,
think he would much rather me smother myself in the sweet barbecue sauce from Sonny's.
there we
I
go.
would lick that shit
Yeah,
off.
he's fat as fuck. Like me too. Like I understand. Like me too.
I would clean in between your toes with barbecue sauce.
And people like,
don't talk about licking feet.
strawberries and cream and whipped cream and once you come down here with some whipped
I
cream,
can't do
I'm like,
strawberries.
no, put some fucking
can't do feet.
barbecue sauce on that shit. Hey, listen, I'm a savory motherfucker. When people go,
Have you tasted me? I'm
when people go,
savory.
oh, you're so fat, you must like donuts. I'm like, no, I don't like donuts, but listen, put some savory shit on this mother. I'm down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck donuts and candy and fucking cakes and
Speaking
shit.
of which-
But a pile of hot dogs and fucking hamburgers and cheese and all that shit, yeah, I'm totally
Speaking
down.
of which, I've got the 2 racks of baby back ribs that I want to grill for you guys before
we will
one
do
of these
that.
shows.
We will do that, yes.
That is beautiful. And hey, real quick, 1940, May 15th,
My ass is hurting a second. So
2 brothers started a fast food chain.
Checkers.
No. Richard and Maurice. They start
Steak and Shake.
a cheeseburger joint. Their last name is McDonald's. You're right, 1940. Ray Kroc finally bought them, and they became what we know today. But anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there since we talked about fast food.
The baby is sitting on my bladder, and my ass hurts from sitting here so long.
Oh, wow. Great.
Okay, well, so we're going to end this show with, again, Conway Twitty. But this was the one that always makes me laugh because it's this guy talking about tight-fitting jeans.
See, my favorite Conway Twitty is I See the Want To in Your Eyes. That is the most gangster song ever made.
Have you ever seen the death metal version of this song?
Death metal version?
Oh.
No, I have not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Pop Culture Radio. I am Dirt McCoy. Let's hear for the cast of champions, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Owen Money.
Yeah. Woo!
Boston Brittany. And Mr. the Amazing, the colossal bush of a bushy beard, Mr. Bushy.
Who?
Something about a colloquialism in my beard.
Yes. And I didn't put it there. We'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen,
Love you guys.
have a good night.
I'll tell you about these tight-fitting jeans. She said I married money. I'm used to wearing pearls, but I've always dreamed of being just a good old boy's girl.
Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio is a Weird Florida production. Thank you for listening.
Live a dream. And partner, there's a tiger in these tight-fitting